Hello, we have a special session for you today, as last week I was invited onto the stream of Fresh Out the Box. We played through Draw Steel's The Road to Broadhurst, which you have seen on this channel before. However, as this was done for their stream, the vibes are a bit different. The overall demeanor, the fact that the chat has a little bit of say of what's going on, giving out little boons and banes, stuff like that. So it's been here before, but it's going to be a bit different. If you want to see my perspective, I have the face cams of all the players and myself, as well as what I have on the Roll20. However, if you want to see the player perspective, you can go to the link right up there to Fresh Out the Box's video on demand of the stream after the fact. They also have all the stream HUD. You can see the chat going on by. So if you enjoy seeing that sort of stuff, you can head up there. Otherwise, enjoy the road to Broadhurst.
Hey there, everybody! Welcome to Fresh Out the Box plays Draw Steel, hosted by Milestone Play. I am the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, but not today. Jahananan.
It's me, Casualty CDG, co-host of Fresh Out the Box. I'm happy to be here, and I'm more happy to see my friends Corbinian and Joshua. We haven't seen you in a long time. I have fond memories of you running a Star Wars game for us once upon a time, and a few pulp action games. So it's awesome to be back. It's awesome to see old friends and new games.
You just saw me the other week. No, I'm AD Stringer, also known as Corbinian. I'm a variety video game and TTRPG Twitch streamer. And yeah, I have played Draw Steel before. So this will be interesting to play with a new group and a short amount of time. We will likely die.
Hell yeah.
Don't worry about the flashing light. I'm perfectly fine.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for the welcome. Once again, I am Joshua of Milestone Play. I am a professional game master. Only started really getting a lot of games up online because all of my work is in private games where people hire me to run stuff for them, online, in person, at conventions and stuff. I'm also working on my own games. So we've already mentioned Pulp Action, where we did Star Wars, we did a Jurassic Park game, we did a Peter Pan game. And right now I'm currently working on Herald's Decree. If you enjoy Draw Steel, there are definitely heroic fantasy elements, some slightly tactical elements that are similar. So maybe check out the test plays I have on my YouTube channel. Other than that, yeah, thanks for having me. And we're going to get into The Road to Broadhurst. The Road to Broadhurst is Draw Steel's con adventure. It's meant to be run at conventions. It's very much here are the elements of the game. It's a very streamlined story going from beginning to end, and it leads right into the Delian Tomb, which is their full starter adventure. Play it for a few months, levels 1 to 2, 1 to 3, things like that. So we're just going to be getting a little bit of a snippet of how this game plays, and I'm going to be explaining some rules a bit more than I otherwise would in like an actual game, explaining how negotiations work, explaining how montages work. Some of this stuff you may prefer in a more story-based game to not know all the information and have to role play through and figure things out. For now, we're going to talk through a lot of that stuff. That way, if you want to play this game again in the future, you understand how the game is being played, as opposed to simply not knowing. So we're going to meet our characters, and then we're going to get into this narrative. So I currently have our characters listed from left to right. We're going to go through. Our players can introduce who they're playing. If you have an idea of how your character is meant to play, you can share that. And if you have questions on how your character is meant to play, you can ask them. But there's going to be a whole lot of Q&A of how the game is played while we go. So don't feel like you have to ask questions when you don't know what to even ask right now. So I believe, Jahan, you have the first character in the list.
That's me. I am Akar, the Time Raider talent. So I'm a telepathic chronomancer from space, kinda. Right? Yeah. I got 4 arms. I got 1 eye, and it's made out of crystals. And I'm pretty excited about that. It's a pretty. I don't normally play the more alien races. I tend to stick closer to human. So this will be exciting for me.
Cool. Yeah, very much a 4-armed, slightly Githyanki, but legally distinct. A bit more kind of telepathy, time magic sort of kind of Jean Grey-esque. Yeah, I believe our next character that we have in the list belongs to Gary.
I'm playing Sulphus, the orc farmer. Sulphus was bored one day. That's his background. I was checking it out. Sulphus was bored one day. He was collecting eggs. He was collecting milk. And he always wrote a list of all the things he had wanted to do. His father found his list of his hopes and dreams and burned it in front of Sulphus. This moment was emblazoned, pun intended, into Sulphus's mind as he struck out to become an adventurer. Thus, he is an elementalist and yields the fire that once destroyed his dreams to carve his path into the future.
Fantastic. And last up, we have someone who knows how to play this game, maybe slightly better than me, since 80% of my games have been on the Codex and heavily assisted. Can we learn about Vanishing Sapphire?
So Vanishing Sapphire is a human who is a outlaw criminal who ended up hurting one too many people, too many innocent people on the way, and decided that she had enough. She wasn't going to do that anymore. She's going to try to do a bit more good in the world. She is a college of black ass shadow, the type of shadows who are specialized in disappearing and controlling when they're seen or their own movements, seeming to teleport literally from place to place. And especially, she is her kit is she is a pugilist, so she fights unarmed. Which also helps with their disguises, because she has the outlaw. I didn't know if you're doing complications, but it doesn't really matter for a one shot. Honestly, 'cause most of them really build up over sessions. But my downside is my complication is I'm an outlaw. As an outlaw, I get +1 renown. That matters in 2 more renown. Sort of matters for negotiation sometimes. But 2 more renown, you get buddies, so I can get a buddy faster. Downside with that, yes, I'm well known. Problem is I'm well known as an outlaw. So if I don't disguise myself, law enforcement and bounty hunters will want to say something to me and do something about it.
Fantastic. So as we look at our tokens, I currently have your stamina, your health in this game on our red bar. And then just above that, we have a green bar set up. The green bars are at 0. This game uses heroic resources in combat. It's essentially money that you slowly build up and spend on big abilities. So I have that bar set up. So whenever you get some of your heroic resource, we'll figure that out as we go through combats. You can just add it in there and subtract it down. If you want to use a piece of paper to your side, that's cool too. So as we get into the con adventure, there is a virulent goat pox that plagues the local goat population of Broadhurst. Broadhurst is a just small rural village. There's a road that goes there, the road to Broadhurst that you will be on, but it's not well upkept. It's overrun by undergrowth in places. It goes through dark forests. It isn't paved the entire way. A lot of it is just a beaten trail. And so Broadhurst is not a major location, but they're in need. Now, there are some individuals within your current town of Wend that seek to aid these people. There is Fayok, a merchant with a bleeding heart who is originally from Broadhurst and wants to help the people there. He's teamed up with a friend of his from the same hometown, an eccentric but brilliant alchemist by the name of Myrna, as well as her husband Hector. Hector is the least willing to help and is more brought along because that's how spousal works, as he's a bit more penny pinching. He does help out the alchemy as he's an herbalist, but if it was up to him, maybe you wouldn't go help this random small village, and you definitely wouldn't hire armed guards. Now, even though Fayok wouldn't do it, the others think it's a good idea, and that is where you all come in. You have been hired to protect this wagon, which carries valuable medicine on its journey west from Wend to Broadhurst. Fayok, being the kindly merchant that he is, kind of ducks into the seat of the wagon up front, having Myrna and Hector go on the back with all of the different crates of medicine that you are seeking to get to your destination. Yes, I have tricked you. We're doing an escort mission. It's too late to end now. Yeah. So, as you lot strike out on the road, this game is very... we do the thing for the con adventure. But I want to take a moment I want to sit back a little bit and I want to know a little bit more about how the three of you got involved with helping this medicine wagon. We've noted, not that all the player or all the characters know it, but we do have a criminal in the group, and then we have other individuals that have struck off out of boredom. So, how did you get yourselves involved with this escort mission to take medicine to Broadhurst?
Me, Ekar, uh, he's a sage, and he's constantly searching for lore and information. I had a prophecy about the future. I was involved, and I've been trying to figure that out. But you can't do that by staying in a library, so I had to strike out in search of the future. And during that, I have come to realize that I can't just wander around. I sometimes have to do jobs. So I was like, I could be a bodyguard, and they're traveling, so it serves my purposes twofold.
And it gets you out of civilization, out into the wilds where you might actually adventure.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything from Sulfus?
First, I used to come around the medicine man to find something to cool my blood down. I gave up a long time ago, and now I realize the more work I get, the bigger the explosions get.
Fantastic. And Vanishing Sapphire?
Sapphire has done work in cities before, lots of pickpocketing, lots of sneaking around, and things like that. Going out away from the city, one gets her a little further away from the law. And when she was in the village, she probably was just in the village as a place to lay low for a second and think about what she's going to do next. Then she heard, oh, someone needs help. It's like, well, I'm not doing anything. And I'm unlikely to run into a marshal or something on the road. So, and if there's bandits, I'll probably be fairly skilled at countering them.
Fantastic. Well, as the lot of you head out on this long journey, this is going to take place over multiple days of travel. This game only lets you really rest when you are in a safe place. So despite this journey happening over multiple days, it is slowly going to wear you down until you can get to another inn or a safe house or something like that. So the bad part about this journey is it starts off bad and gets worse. The weather quickly turns. The sky gray begins to sag. And as the clouds sag, their pants start to fall down. And falling out of the pockets, falling out of the breaches of the clouds, you just have one pellet, two pellets, three pellets. And slowly, an onslaught of water just splattering across the road. At first, it's nice, it cools off the air. And then the humidity gets muggy. And then once you get far enough away from wind, you are no longer on paved roads, but dirt roads turn to mud by the time you get here. The oxen that are pulling the wagon are churning the mud more than they're pulling forward. The wagon wheels are more sliding than ever actually rolling forward. It's a rough journey. As things begin to just demoralize you on this trek, there's something that is heard over the wind itself, whistling, a whip of an arrow that pierces the side of the medicine wagon. As the rain pours down in sheets, there is the sudden sound of high-pitched panpipes that bounce over the baritone and bass of the thunder. As you lot look around, you find that there are indeed bandits on this road as they begin rising up out of the mud. With a "Hyah!" Hector kind of begins to push. I'm sorry. Fayok begins to push the cattle a bit faster. But as they go to increase speed, there is this clump of mud that takes the front of the wagon and stalls them instead of making them go faster. As all of these different bandits begin to rise up, coming up over a small hill, coming down a split in the road where you were taking the right-hand fork, you realize that they are fully concerned with getting what you have and getting away quickly. You see as they get closer that they have snouts, that tails whip back and forth, splattering mud and cleaning them off. These bandits are Raiden Whites. They are rat folk. And as they all draw your attention to the west, as they are bringing you, wanting to surround that side of the wagon to defend your load, Ekar, you are a weird dude. You have this preternatural sense. You are able to see through time, see into the fourth dimension. You are able to take in a greater awareness around you than any mortal on this plane. And you note in this slight moment of the future, as all of you go running to defend the wagon to the west, you see 4 more of these Raiden Whites lifting from the mud to the east. What is supposed to be a surprise attack is completely canceled by your supernatural senses. So we will immediately be showing off enemies you are not supposed to know are here.
Yeah. Because I can
So-
see the future.
You can see the future. I have a yellow box around our wagon. Your wagon is going to the north on this map. You lot may place yourselves anywhere you wish in that yellow box as you react to these bandits rising up out of the mud.
Find cover behind the wagon from the majority of the raiders on the other side. These ones will suck, but we can deal with those.
I move to engage the sneak attack that only I can see because I can see the future.
Okay, and then what's going on with Sulfus? What's your intentionality?
Hold on, I'm having a hard time. The guys coming out of the west, are they on the map yet?
Yes.
Yes, they should be.
Oh, that's they? Okay. Yeah, I want to be ready for these guys. I'm happy where I'm at.
Okay.
The
So-
majority of force is coming this way at us.
That's where the surprise attack's coming from.
Surprise attack
So
these
the-
guys.
Yeah, the red is
Oh,
the
okay.
surprise attack, and then everyone else was supposed to be drawing you away.
I
But-
do want to fall for the draw.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know about the surprise attack, so yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. I'll go over. Yeah, that's as good a spot as any.
Yeah.
Are these blue guys up north trouble?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Everyone that is not inside your yellow box are trouble.
Oh, no.
So there's a lot of bad guys. As we begin our combat, formerly called Drawing Steel, in the game called Draw Steel, we have to roll for initiative. The way this works in this game is one of you, and in this case, I want it to be our talent who has seen the future. I want you to roll a d10. If you roll a 6 or higher, you guys get to go first. If you roll a 5 or lower, I get to go first.
10,
A
baby!
So that means you lot win the initiative. You get to go first. Now, we are in round 1 of our combat. And because we're in round 1, I get to start with a resource called Malice. While you guys are going to be getting your own stuff, all of my bad guys use the same pool of Malice. We are in round 1, and there are 3 of you. So I am starting off with 4 Malice. And I have a token up in the top left-hand side so you can keep track of how I'm doing. So I have Malice at the beginning of round 1. You lot have won the initiative, so you get to go first. Initiative switches sides. So one of you gets to go, and then one of my guys gets to go, or one of my groups. I have them showing their little colored rings. So those will be the groups that they're acting in. And it'll just go back and forth until one of us runs out of people, and then the entire other side gets to go. Which of you do you think should go first given the situation?
Me, because I can see the future.
Awesome.
I
Agreed.
agree.
So for our turn order, I'm just going to be moving tokens on the turn order above the round counter so we can keep track of who's already gone in case you forget, like, oh no, like, what do I want to do? You know who's already gone. So, Ekar, at the start of your turn, you get some of your heroic resource. You get to roll 1d3 to gain clarity. So go ahead and roll a d3, or if you want to roll a d4 for ease and re-roll a 4, that's fine.
2.
Okay, awesome. So you have 2 clarity. If you want to put it in the green bar, you can, or you can just make a note to the side. This
I'll make a
clarity
note.
is going to power some of your more powerful abilities, some of your bigger abilities. You may note that your abilities cost typically 3 clarity or 5 clarity. Typically, you would not be able to use any of them right now. However, as a talent, you have a special ability called Strain. You are the only class that can go into heroic resource debt. You can go up to -3 in clarity if you want to overspend. This is Jean Grey. This is the Invisible Woman overusing their powers, and then you start to bleed from the nose.
Cool.
So you have movement on your turn that you can take. You have a main action, and you have a maneuver.
Okay. When it says like 3 within 10, is that 10 squares?
Yes, everything is counted in squares.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna say, you two concern yourself with the present. I will worry about the future. And I'll turn to the ambush that hasn't really happened yet. And as they're coming out of the mud, I'll already be casting Incinerate on them.
Okay, so this is a 3 cube within 10, so you'll be able to hit 3 out of the 4 of them with your 3 cube. Go ahead and make a power roll. This is 2d10, and then you get to add your bonus. Most of the time in combat, it's going to be a +2. So 2d10 plus 2 to determine how good your Incinerate is.
EK fire. No. I'm not that far off now that I say that.
2d10 plus 2?
Yeah.
15!
Okay, so if you look at your
Nice.
power, what does a 15 give you?
It gives me 4 fire damage.
Fantastic. So that is 4 damage to each of them, and they
And-
each have 4 hit points.
Oh, good. A column of
Minions
fire
pop.
remains in the area until the start of my next turn. Each enemy who enters the area for the first time in a combat round or starts their turn there takes 2 fire damage. Cool. So,
Cool.
and also, you said I can strain?
Yes, so you can spend more clarity than you have because you are a talent. Yeah.
Is that what this strained ability under my ability means? It says strained and I can make the cubes bigger.
Yes, so if using a power strains you, or if you're already strained when you use it, you get your bonus strained effect.
Gotcha.
So in this case, you are not currently strained, but if you were, that's how that happens. So typically when you're strained, bad stuff happens, but it also allows you to unleash a little bit more Jean Grey going to the Phoenix.
Super cool. I like it. All right. Those 3 X's, there's fire there. The four ratkin popping out of the mud ignite into flame, and all you smell is burnt hair and hear their squeals.
Fantastic. Anything else, sir? You do have
Um,
movement, and you have a maneuver available to you. From what I'm seeing, you have a few of your special powers that are maneuvers. So, for instance, you have Accelerate, where you can select someone to shift up to a number of squares equal to your reason, which is going to be 2. So, as a maneuver, either you or one of your companions, you can just let them move, or you could take one of the bad guys and move them 2 closer.
Oh, I can move a bad guy?
Yeah, so the target says self or one creature. It doesn't say ally, so you could just choose a creature and make them move too.
A horse, even like just.
I'm gonna move the 4th ratkin into the flames.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just like straight down.
Yeah, I'm gonna move them down and then 1 up or whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can move him in and out totally.
Yeah, I'll move
So
them
he's
down
gonna take
1, up 1.
he's gonna take 2 fire damage. What does this look like as you accelerate time and force this to happen?
He was starting to move, and I made time move way too fast for him to comprehend what he was doing. He rushes into the fire because he turns to look at it because he's like, ah, fire! And I make him move way too fast. I turn up his mouse sensitivity essentially, and he flies into the flames. And then how far can I move?
So your speed is going to be near the top of your character sheet.
Alrighty.
And your speed is how many squares you can move, and your disengage is essentially shifting is no attacks of opportunity. So with your move on your turn,
6.
you can either move your speed or shift your disengage.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm gonna take cover behind the wagon from the other enemies approaching, since it is no longer my turn, and I shall end there.
Fantastic. With that, it goes to one of my turns, and I'm going to activate my yellow group. So my yellow group coming down the road from the east, they have a lot of things like bows. And so as they come forward, they begin to raise their bows at you. And yeah, we'll go ahead and move them forward. They're going to move a total of 5 squares. So for ease, we'll just move the entire group 5. And from that, they are 10 squares from Sulfus on the closest one and 14 from the furthest one. They don't have enough range. So instead, I'm going to take the back ones and I'm going to move them again. So we'll go ahead and just move them forward again as they're jumping over their own rakes. And the 3 that are available are going to shoot at Sulfus. So they're going to do their power roll. I'm just going to be dropping 2d10s for ease since I have to add a bunch of different numbers. And they're going to get a +2 on this. So that is a 16 up to an 18. That is a tier 3 result. That's the most damage they can do. Now,
Ouch.
because they're minions, only one of them does the full damage, and the others just do little bonuses of damage on top of that. So that's going to be a total of 9 damage on Sulfus.
Wow.
Sulfus, you have just taken 9 damage from arrows coming in. What is this like for you?
Sulfus is riddled with arrows. I say riddled, probably only 3 really sunk in. The rest are all around, and that's what the real damage is, the panic it does. Now I'm unsettled. Now I'm unsure. I thought we had this, and suddenly we could all die within 2 more volleys of this if things go wrong. So this, what it really does, first Sulfus is scared, and then he's pissed. Oh, he's so mad after this. His blood starts to boil.
Fantastic. As you go ahead and hit that 9 damage on your token, something else happens. And as your blood boils, the rage within you wants to kill. You have a special ability called Ward of Delightful Consequences. So it's part of your magic. And the first time each round, so everyone getting to go, the first time each round that you take damage, you also gain 1 surge. So surges you can spend whenever you do an attack to just do a little bit more damage. In this case, you're going to do bonus 2 damage when you spend your surge. There's something else you could do with surges. I don't think it's going to come up. So for now, just know that you have the availability to make that rage be felt by your enemies when you choose to use it.
Also, the gaining essence. Did we get 1 essence when Jahan's character killed those guys within 10, and then 1 essence now on this round when I take damage again? Is that how gaining essence works?
For you on the essence, the first time in a round that a creature within 10 takes damage that isn't untyped. So unfortunately, yeah, actually I'm thinking wrong. Yeah, there was specifically fire damage being done. So you gained an essence because your ally killed somebody with fire. Ooh. Because there's fire on the battlefield, it powers you up. So you gain 1 essence there.
Accidental synergy.
Perfect.
Now, this is separate from the surge that you're getting. The surge is just a little bonus damage. So they're 2 separate resources.
Perfect. What I'm trying to do is save up to do my big move, but it looks like it costs quite a lot. So I gain 2 at the start of my turn, right? That puts me at 3.
Yeah, so I've just finished my turn. So if you want to go next, you definitely can.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Good. I didn't mean to jump ahead.
Oh, dude, you're good. I finished my turn.
And also, and in theory, I could take my turn, but honestly, you getting hurt, you with guys that close to you, it is better for you to go next because that gives you a chance to heal and get back and start doing some damage back. But and besides, I have a way to jump in later, so I'll be fine.
That's exactly what I'd like to do. Is the heal count as a maneuver? Is it like a secondary action almost?
Yes. So just making sure that you are getting your 2 essence at the start of your turn. You got that correct?
Yes, that puts me at 3 now. Is that correct?
Cool. That is correct. And so as a maneuver, you can take the catch breath. And the way catch breath works is it lets you spend a recovery. At the top of your character sheet, you'll see that you have probably 8 recoveries available to you. That is kind of like hit dice in D&D, but that is really the only way you heal in this game is by spending recoveries. So there's a limit to how much you can heal. So you spend one of your recoveries, and then the little stamina number next to it, that's how many stamina you get back when you spend a recovery.
Perfect. So I gain 6 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's good enough. I actually can spend more recoveries as an orc. I can spend as many as I want, I think, when I do this. But I'm not going to do that. That's all. I only have 3 more health, so it's just to be noted. I have a thing. I have a recovery thing.
You do.
Okay.
Orcs in this world are powered by magic, so you have like red glowing veins and stuff. And so, yeah, it lets you have this metaphysical mastery of body.
Very cool. With
That's
my
cool.
action, I would like to do the bifurcated incineration so I can shoot 2 little boys with this. And I'm going to shoot, I believe I'm going to go for the 2 closest swift paws, the 2 blue ones that are the closest.
Okay, fantastic. So make your power roll 2d10 plus 2.
2d10 plus 2.
Okay.
Oof.
So that is an
Damage.
8. However, how much damage do you do on a tier 1 result?
The damage on a tier 1 is, I believe that says 11, smaller than 11, 4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. And as you bifurcate your incineration across the 2 of them, they both have 4 health. So you incinerate both of them.
Oof, perfect.
You lot were like, oh, this is a lot of bad guys. But the game knows it's a lot of bad guys. They're meant to be killed. So what is this like as you take out half of the blue troop?
The only thing I hate more than mud is rat folk. And I pull up both hands and blast the crowd towards, sort of over the yellow crowd into the blue crowd of rat people.
Fantastic.
I'm really looking. Hopefully, when my turn comes back around, I can incinerate this entire cube of rat people moving up. Boy, do I hope! I hope in my belly. Oh, I want cooked rat tonight.
Fantastic. Okay. So, do you want to move, or are you good where you are to end your turn?
That's a really great question, and I'm probably gonna get all chopped up for this. But let's see. I need to be 10 away. Yeah, actually, I would like to move. I can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go down here.
Fantastic.
Are we stuck in this little valley, in this ravine, or can we gain a height advantage here?
You can gain height advantage. So you have this little kind of rock wall around, and the grass area is a bit higher, as well as the grass area by the blue ones is a bit higher as well. So if you wanted to kind of climb up and out, you definitely could.
If I go like here, is that an up and out? That almost looks like a little staircase.
Yeah, that does look like a little staircase.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go over here.
Awesome.
Get me a little height advantage, get out of the way. Set up for a big fireball. Okay, I'm feeling good.
Cool. At the end of your turn, I'm going to activate a villain action of my maestro. As you look over to this cyan surrounded rat man, as you get up where he is, he's the one playing the panpipes. And as he sees you, realizing you're coming right at him, he is going to use one of his special abilities called a villain action. He has 3 separate ones, and each of them can only be used once in a combat. So he is going to use, actually, let's not use that. I'm talking ahead of my thinking, trying to keep things going. He is not close enough for that to be useful. So, you know what? But he will use solo act. So he will activate his solo act. He is going to choose that as you come up to meet him, he is going to be the star of the show. Until the end of this creature's next turn, he is going to have all of his damage halved, and he is going to get +4 damage to his strikes, and his speed is going to be doubled. So he's faster, he hits harder, and he wants to duel you. So as he activates, he is going to move double his speed. His speed is 5, so he's going to move up to 10.
Zoom.
And he's going to zoom up to you. As he zooms up to you, he is going to use his cacophony ability as he rushes up and does a giant puff on those panpipes that is going to burst out sonic damage. So this is going to be a power roll for him to determine the amount. That is going to be a 17 for him, which is a tier 3 result. That is going to do 8 sonic damage to you, Sulfus. And it's going to slide you 5 squares. So as you take the sonic damage and he blows on the panpipes, it's going to explode you 5 squares. Actually, something I should check is if you have stability. You do not. So in this game, when you are force moved, if your character has stability, it reduces how far you get pushed. So if you're a big, heavy tank, it's harder to push you around. He's going to throw you this way to the side. Now, that's only 2 squares of movement. That's 3 squares he didn't get to use, because those other 3 squares are slamming you into the rock wall for another 6 damage.
Ow.
As you get
Puts me
Rock'em Sock'em
right at
Robot-
1 health point. Right at 1.
That's rough. And it's even rougher because he has a maneuver still. And his maneuver is going to be tempo change. After that giant burst on the panpipes, he then begins to play slower. And supernaturally, you feel this urge to slow down with the panpipes. So this is another roll he has to make, and that is just going to be a 13. So if your presence, this is one of your main attributes, if your presence is less than 2, you are going to be slowed. Is your presence score less than 2?
It is. My presence is 0.
Okay. So you are going to be slowed, and this is going to last until you save. You make a saving throw at the end of your turn. While slowed, your speed is 2. You're just no faster than 2. So you kind of are lethargic and held back. The rest of your companions who have taken cover behind the wagon have seen you blow up 2 of the other rats, come up here, and then you get slammed to the side. And then as you're picking yourself up from the ground, it's almost like you're stuck in the mud, the same as the wagon. So that is my creature's entire turn. And we go to Sapphire. Sapphire, things have changed dramatically.
Yeah, I had a plan, but someone's gonna die if I don't do something. So, in a swirl of black ash, I simply step from one place to another and teleport. 5 squares? 5 squares. Oh, sorry, I skipped something. I'm supposed to roll for my resource.
Yes. Good to remember.
1. Oh, that could have been worse. Don't worry, I can get more later. So 5 gets me there. Teleport. And then I'm going to
What's your
4 more with the
teleporter
regular
noise?
speed. It's a sort. She just kind of turns and starts walking toward the wagon, and then you see the swirl of ash and smoke kind of appear, and I step into it, and then the ash appears 5 squares later, and I step as if I never
Cool.
stopped at all.
You're like a night crawler. That's sick. I like it.
And I'm gonna run up and quickly heal the poor orc.
Ooh, heal.
You are using your main action to heal already. This is great. So, by doing this action, it simply lets your orc spend a recovery, to gain back their 6 stamina. Now, as an orc, you do have that super special glowing recovery. Unfortunately, that only works with the catch breath action. It doesn't work when someone uses the heal action on you.
That's okay. One heal is better than no heals. Thank you, Corbanian.
And she'll continue her movement, like quickly heals Sulfus, and then glares up at the Maestro and dashes as if she's going to do something. Not dash, she continues her movement. Like she's going to do something, like she has a villain action. She doesn't. She just fakes it out and just goes, aha! And she wields the weapon. She just puts her hands up, ready to bat up if he tries to move away from her.
Fantastic. Is that the end of your turn?
Sadly, yes. I did my maneuver. I did my main action. Nothing else can fire at the moment, so I am good.
Okay. With that, I will activate the 2 remaining of my blue ones. And as they rush in, they are going to be using their actions to dash as well. So they're going to rush in up upon this cart. They realize that the red troop, the mischievers in the back, are not going to have the option to steal the crates as they wished. So they're going for them, and they are going to begin pulling crates off of the wagon. But that is their entire turn. With that, we have a single group left with a single Raiden-weight Mischiever, who is the remaining red dude, who is already hurt. He is going to move in, going around the columns of flame, up to Ekar. And as he gets up to you, I'm going to spend 3 of my malice that I have. And I'm going to spend my 3 malice on an ability called Trouser Cut. Guys, remember how I said I'm a professional? I'm not. He's a minion. He can't trouser cut. This is going great, guys.
I was so ready for him to slice them pants.
Don't worry, it's coming in the future. I'm just giving a prelude. That they're musical. It's a prelude. It's an overture to what's to come.
That changes the entire mental landscape of this battle. Now it's a musical battle.
It is a musical battle. Yes. Oh, this is not my main game. He's gonna go for a dagger dance. So we'll just drop our attack on the dagger dance. That is going to be a tier 1 result. So that's going to be for 2 damage on Ekar.
All right.
I take 2 damage, isn't a lot.
I saw that coming. Is it my turn after him?
Well, after him is the end of the round.
Oh, okay.
So,
interesting.
Yeah, so we hit the end of the round. Just because you guys chose the order you wanted to be last time doesn't mean you're locked into it. So with the beginning of round 2, I am going to gain 2 malice, and I'm going to continue to gain the round number in malice to kind of recoup and use more abilities. But for now, any of you can choose to go.
Again, it may be behoove Sulfus to go because Sulfus is the most.
Yeah, Sulfus, you're messed up. Yeah, you should go.
I would love to go first. And just to clarify, I am slowed. Do I still have all of my actions? It's just 2 move speed? Okay, cool.
Yes, the only thing is your speed is 2 and you cannot shift. So you cannot safely move away from enemies. But other than that, you have your action, you have your maneuver.
First things first, let me use a little recovery action. Also, I gain 2 hero resources, I believe, right? I gain 2 at the beginning of every turn. Yep. Let me gain those. Gained. Boom, boom. Let me use 2 recovery. Double check how much they're worth again. My recovery heals me 4. 6 stamina. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Good enough for me. I'll just use 1. Brings me down to 5 recoveries. Sure. Yeah, right. I don't use them all at once.
Yeah.
We just barely getting started here. I do, however, have the 5 points I was looking for my big ability, but now I'm wondering if I go for the big ability to take out more guys, or if I go for the heavy damage ability on this boss-looking fella.
Numbers are their
Any-
friend. Killing their numbers is good.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's find the best.
Minions' only
3.
saving grace is their numbers. That's what makes them scary. If there's a lot of minions, they can melt us. But if there's only like 1 or 2, like when there's just 1 minion, he couldn't do a whole lot by himself.
1,
Oh,
2,
thanks for
3.
the follow. We got 2 follows. We got Barad and Tea Leaf, and thank you both. And also, D-Ski booned Sapphire. So, not sure what you want boons to do here, Joshua. You remember boons? Just give them a resource, or
So we could either give you a resource, or you typically use them like advantage, disadvantage. Is that correct?
yeah, typically.
So there is edges and there are banes. An edge is +2 on your roll. So having an edge makes it more likely to do a higher tier of results. And they also stack. So if you can get 2 edges instead of giving a +2, it just fully increases from tier 1 to tier 2, tier 2 to tier 3. So we can either do a resource, which means we do bigger things, or we can do the more mechanical same as advantage, which would be edges. Which would you prefer? This is your stream. How much do you want to affect the game?
I want to affect the game a lot.
In that case, I say heroic resources. If people are just pumping you full of heroic resources, you're going to do a lot of cool stuff.
Hell yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, then you get
Sulfus, take a
resource.
bonus heroic resource.
Or no, it was Sapphire.
Oh, Sapphire. Fantastic. Sapphire, gain a bonus heroic resource.
Noting that.
I have used my recovery already, but I still have my big action. I want to do Conflagration, which is going to cost me 5, which I have 5. It's a 3 cube within 10, and I think I can hit these 4 guys right here with a 3 cube.
It's
3 cubes like that.
Look at that.
So a 3 cube, you're pretty much going to hit 3 of them from what I'm seeing.
That works. I'll hit those 3, I believe.
Yeah, no worries.
I was curious if I kicked it sideways diagonal, if I could catch that front guy in it too, but maybe not.
Unfortunately, this game believes in the grid. Everything is written
Okay.
to the grid. So if you go off the grid, you are quite literally breaking the intentions of all of the balancing.
Don't do it. All right. I need to roll 2d10.
Better believe you don't want to, because if the bad guys can do that, it's super bad. Bad guy
Okay.
powers are scary.
Yeah, everybody stop saying edge. It's having negative effects in the chat.
Is it really negative?
Well, it depends on how you look at it, I guess.
So I rolled 2d10. I rolled a 14. That'll be +2. That'll be 16. So it will do 8 fire damage.
That is 8 fire damage to each of them.
Ooh.
They have 3 stamina. And this is the point where I bring in a new element of draw, steal minions. If you kill a minion, damage goes to the next minion in the group. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 3 hit points or 3 stamina each. They have a total of 24 stamina among them. You have done 24 total damage across that little burst. Your
Perfect.
conflagration kills every yellow minion there.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, that's exactly what we wanted. Yeah. Woof.
Good job. That was cool.
So
Who knew
you are-
fire
you
could
are
get out of
slowed.
hand?
Yeah. So we have a slowed orc that just got just battered by this maestro, directing you into the wall, slowing you down. And now you stand up and do this. What does this look like, man?
I stand up, still arrows sticking out of me, and I'm looking at the maestro. I'll deal with you next. And I turn around over, kind of just limp over the wall, and put both hands out as fire rains from above. A storm of fire comes down on top of these guys. And it's like a blast furnace. You know, the fire is just pouring down. And as it incinerates the middle 3, the fire begins to pour out towards the sides. And that's how the other ones get caught from the flames as they just begin to peak a little bit more.
Okay. Now, you are an elementalist, and one of the special things that elementalists get to do with their special powers is called persist. While our talent can go into debt, you have the ability to cause things to linger. And so it is your choice now whether you want to just kill them all and let the fire collapse, or if you want to keep that area of conflagration going. If you do so on the start of your next turn, you are going to gain 2 less of your resource. Essentially, you are just pre-using this ability, keeping it there. Now, that said, it's a 5-cost ability. So if you are keeping up your conflagration into the future, that's a gain of 3. I just don't know if it's super useful to you.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. My intention was to keep the conflagration going because there were going to be more minions, but now that they're completely obliterated, I just doubt anyone's going to be coming down that path anytime soon. But I am going to persist it for now. I'm going to persist it for now because maybe one of my allies has a push maneuver. Maybe they'll use this fire. Let me keep it here. And since someone died within 10 of me and it was from an element, I do get 1 point back, right? So I just used 5 and then got 1.
Yeah, if it's the first time a typed form of damage has happened this round, you get 1.
Yeah, I'm trying to just make sure I only limit it to 1, and I know I'm always going to do typed damage fire. So if someone dies on my turn, I'll be like, that's the one, and otherwise I'm going to have to really pay attention.
That makes sense. And I will clarify, the conflagration doesn't have to stay there. It's done. The way that persist works is you can use a maneuver to use this ability again without spending essence, which means if you're persisting now and I don't break your concentration, you can do that as a maneuver next turn and another power as your main action.
Well, I didn't notice that wording. Thank you so much for pointing that out. That's very cool.
It's cool as hell.
So I can use conflagration again as a maneuver as long as my concentration's not broken and I've got the points to do it. Very cool.
Yep.
Very
cool.
cool.
The way I break concentration for you, for this character, it's going to be if I deal 10 damage to you in one instance. That's what's going to break the persist. If I do anything less than 10 damage, it stays up.
Very cool.
Okay. Well, you can still move 2 squares if you wish to move 2 squares.
You could tie up my show. That'd be great. But I don't know if it's good for you.
You say tie him up. If I get close to him, can he not move? Can we tie him up like 4th edition?
He'd have to disengage to get away from you safely.
Yeah, let's do it.
Smack.
One.
If get away from.
Yep. So you are flanking on the Maestro, which gives, for any strikes, it gives you an edge, which is good. It's really good for Sapphire because as a shadow, where you guys are getting all these like, oh, if this happens, I get +1 clarity, I get +1 essence. Sapphire doesn't really get that. What Sapphire gets as a shadow is anytime they have an edge, their abilities just cost 1 less, as they are really good at taking advantage of an opening. So by moving forward, you're tying him up, but you are also helping out your shadow in the party.
Perfect.
Fucking cool.
Well, I now have to decide what I'm going to do on my activation.
Don't worry about it. Hesitation is weakness.
Yes, I'm glad you got in there. Explain that ability to the viewers.
So hesitation weakness, I spend 1 insight, and I just at the end of a hero's turn, I immediately take my turn.
Ooh.
And that's just a shadow. Any shadow can do that, I believe.
Yep. But
That's
only
cool.
shadows. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't get a turn. Please take your turn.
Because I don't want him to get out of this flank because he doesn't want to be there. I don't want him to get. Oh, my turn started, so I gained some insight. Roll 1d3.
It's probably the whole point of that maneuver. That's great.
3.
Hooray!
I'm at 4. Great. There's a build that would have been nice to get, but I don't need it right now anyway.
Do you remember your bonus one, or did you?
Yeah, I included that. That's why I'm at 4. I am going to.
So you are at 4, and you are flanking, which means you do have enough to use a 5-cost ability.
Oh, that's true. Well, the problem is my 5 thing. Hold on. That 5 thing may go off, and that may change. I may leave Selphus by himself for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I know hesitation is a weakness, and I begin using a Secret of the Shadows 100 Throats. As I move across the battlefield, every foe within my reach feels my wrath. I have a pre-roll effect. I shift up to my speed and make one power roll that targets up to 3 enemies who come adjacent during the move. So I'm going to have this guy, because I'm moving away from him. And as I'm moving away from him, safely shifting away from him, I'm going to shift all the way over to the Swift Paw who's stealing from the wagon. And make him the other target. I would love to have 3, but I can't move that fast. 7 is my speed. So I roll my attack. I no longer have an edge because I moved away from the guy who was doing it. Yeah, because I wouldn't have an edge on both of them.
So edges get split. So you do a single die roll, and if you have an edge on the Maestro, we see if that changes the damage the Maestro takes.
Right.
And then, yeah, so it may have an effect on the Maestro, it may not.
You've been boned again,
12.
Corbinian.
I did. Thank you. So I went down to 1, went up to 2. So +2 on 12 would not change anything. It would be the same tier, unfortunately. But that is 8 damage to the Maestro and 8 damage to the Swift Paw.
Okay, so I'm going to hit those 8 damages, and as you hit them, I'm going to use a trigger of Ready Rodent. So as you come in, they're ready to get you and stab you. So you'll be taking 2 damage. As they were prepared for you, but 8 damage on the Swift Paw is actually going to kill both Swift Paws. And the way I like to run minions, even if you're doing a melee attack, I still let it jump. So that's enough damage to take out both of the Swift Paws, taking away crates. What does this moment look like as you take a little bit of damage, but take out 2 of the minions and damage the leader?
So Vanishing Sapphire, all charged up, notices that split second when the Maestro looked away. She just sucker punch jabs him in the back of the head, just stuns him, and then sprints like crazy toward the Swift Paw. And with her full speed, just boots into the Swift Paw, sending him sprawling into his friend. But as I stabbed out, he kind of reached out and sliced my leg a little bit. It's like, ow, dang it, that hurt. Ow. Even with all that surprise.
Cool. Anything else on your turn?
Because I smacked somebody, I get some insight for that, I believe. I get first time each combat round I deal damage, incorporating 1 or more surges to gain insight. I did not do that, so it doesn't happen. I wouldn't have gotten surge from that ability. Whenever you use a heroic ability, it makes use of a power roll. It costs 1 fewer. We already know about. That's the part you just explained. The cost reduced even if the ability gets entered. Okay. Yeah, so no extra edge. I used up the edge I did. I still have my maneuver, hilariously. I am going to be extra sneaky. I am going to Black Ash teleport again, stepping into the shadows. And teleport. Oh, trying to teleport somewhere I can fade away. Right there. Shadow step over that way. And would this area be considered to have concealment or cover because of the trees and stuff?
Sure, I'll give it to you.
Because I Black Ash teleported there, I can use the hide maneuver even if I am observed. If I successfully hide using this maneuver, I gain a surge.
Awesome.
Cool.
So I have the hide skill. I presume hide would be agility in this case, as opposed to
yes,
might.
Yes. Quick, pick up the tree, hide under it.
Yeah. Hey, some species. I don't have a cool thing for hide, do I? I don't think I did. I almost took something that does that, but that's not what I did this time. Nope, I'm good at disguising. That's what I did. That's cool. That's fine. I had no edge, +2 because I'm skilled. Tier 2s. Tier 2 hide.
Cool.
Would you consider that a successful hide?
I would consider that a successful hide.
I gain an edge. Hooray. Edge. Surge.
Surge. Yes, a surge. Keep in mind, Sophus, you do have your surge for the next time you damage someone. You could choose to throw it in there for +2 damage. For now, though, Sapphire, you have gone. Is that the end of your turn?
Finally, yes.
Okay. I'm going to clean up my initiative. We don't need the blue group anymore. We don't need the yellow group anymore. I'm really down to a single red and my leader. I think I'm going to go with the single red because if I don't, he'll die before he gets to go. And so he has gotten up to Ekar. He has realized that this is a bad idea as everyone is just dropping to the ground. But his maestro is still there. So he will do his job. He'll go ahead and do a dagger dance on you, man. So he's actually gotten 2 attacks in before you've gotten to go again, due to the nature of you going first and now going last.
Yep.
That dagger dance is only a tier 1 though, so it's still 2 points of damage. As this guy hits you for 2, How you looking?
I think I'm okay. Let's see. He hit me once before.
So you're like 17.
How much did
Like
he
barely
hit me
hurt.
before? Yeah.
He only hit
2.
you for 2 before.
Oh, so I've been hit for 4 total?
4 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've taken the second least damage.
Let's see. That puts me at 17. It's not bad. Not
And
bad at all.
then as his move, he's going to disengage. So he is just going to
He hit me. So my entropy ward triggers. Whenever a creature deals damage to me, their speed is reduced by an amount equal to my reason score, and they can't use triggered actions till the end of their next turn. So his
nice.
speed goes down by 2.
Cool. So yeah, that's still going to get him just a single square away. But the big thing is, if he can't do a trigger, if you kill him before the end of your next turn, he doesn't get to do that ready rodent where he gets to stab you because you hit him. So you are essentially opening up the opportunity for you to finish him off without repercussions.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be his entire activation. And I think we just have Ekar followed by the Maestro left for the turn.
I do believe so.
Yeah.
I am going to. I'll look at him being slowed, and I will peer into his little mind, and I will seize his brain with my brain. I'm gonna mind wrestle him. I'm gonna hit him with a mind spike.
Cool.
Oh, no.
As a reminder, you do get clarity at the start of your
Right.
turn.
1d3.
So you do get to roll a d3 to see how much clarity you get.
This is a good time to remind myself that I should have rolled a save for the slow at the end of my turn.
You are correct. Go ahead and roll a d10. And for most people, it's just a 6 or higher.
Nope,
You are
not
still
gonna
slowed.
do it.
Sorry, I missed that
Oh.
for you.
That's okay. There's a lot going on.
I'm gonna do that. I'm going to go ahead and
Not to interrupt your turn again,
no, you're. Oh yeah.
but earlier, Sulfus got thrown into the wall. Did you make note that the first time each combat round that a creature is forced moved, you get 1 clarity?
I do.
You do, yes.
Oh.
So if you look to the far right of the first page of your character sheet, it shows you the little conditions of when you get clarity.
Oh, clarity gain. Yep, first time each combat round, a creature is force moved.
So take 1 more.
Hell yeah! Now I have 5. That's cool.
I don't know if that changes your turn.
That's cool. Maybe. And that little rat's not really a big deal. I'm gonna look at him. I'll see that he's slowed for a moment. I'm gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can see the Maestro and Sulfus.
Yes, you can see both of them.
I'm gonna look at Sulfus, and I'm going to reach into his mind, and I'm going to launch him backwards in time a few seconds. So you're gonna go back in time, buddy, and you can use your conflagration again. Even though it's still going. So you'll be able to do it twice on your. I don't know. Yeah, you got to use it
So-
without spending resources.
Okay. I don't do it now. I do it later.
No, you do it right
you
now.
do it now.
You do now, yeah.
So Ekar is using his main action to get you to do an ability that you've already done this turn again. This is some of his time chronomancy magic, where he is just making it happen again. So
So I rolled a 7 and a 1, and I didn't like that one, so I spent a surge to re-roll. Is that a thing I can do, right?
that is no, surges are just
Oh,
for +2
no.
damage. You may be looking at hero tokens. Unfortunately, hero tokens
Oh,
are
yeah.
for skill tests.
That is
They're not
exactly what I was
for
looking at.
abilities. Yeah. So unfortunately, you
Yep.
do have to take the tier 1. However, a tier 1 still isn't bad.
Yeah,
because
it's still
it's
a
a big
level
ability.
5. Yep. It's 6 damage.
Okay.
And now I got to kind of figure out a 3x3 cube. I guess we just drop it on him.
Yeah.
South of me.
Yeah, you just drop it on him. It bursts, it burns. And you're gonna do it again as a bonus action on your next turn, probably. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. And then let's see, was Maestro attacking with like melee or something?
Thus far, he's done a lot of like magical music type abilities, though it does appear that he has just pulled out a conductor's wand.
I'm going to accelerate Sulfus with my maneuver. You can move 2 squares.
Ooh, I love that.
Move or shift?
Shift.
Okay. So it's safe. It's safe.
Yeah, it's
movement.
safe. Yeah, he's not gonna get it. Yeah. So now you break combat. You can move away a little bit, get a little reset.
There's like a fire square here.
Yeah, we can grab that.
Do it once again, Sulfus, and I send you back in time, and then I help you accelerate. So yeah, time is all distorted over by you. So that's tight.
That is tight.
I like it. And I think that's all I'm gonna do.
I mean that's still a really big turn.
That was fun. I liked it.
Chronomancers are scary.
I like it.
I have my Maestro, and I'm gonna try and break that persist because I can't take a third conflagration. He's gonna move up on Sulfus, and remember that prelude earlier of the trouser cut. I now have someone who's not a minion to spend 3 malice to do a trouser cut. So as he takes that conductor's wand, as he flicks to the left, he flicks to the right, your belt attempts to break. He needs to do a power roll. This is a power roll +2. And that is a 13, which is a tier 2 result. So you are going to take...
I would like to make him do that again.
Yes. Yes, you have a trigger. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I do again. I step back in time a split second to see if things play out a little differently. I'm going to, as he's going for the trouser, I'm going to say, Sulfus, put up your knee, and make you just sort of kick at him a little bit. And then, yeah, you have to re-roll your power roll. And you must.
It's now a tier 3 result.
No!
Oh no!
As you
Now
have
it's
Sulfus,
I lift my leg and I'm off balance.
Yeah.
So that is going to do 13 damage.
You're welcome, Gary.
It is going to push 5.
Yeah.
I've noted that I've actually seen that you do have 1 stability, so it's only push 4. So you're going to take another 4 points of damage as you get rammed into the wall. You are going to be taunted. Taunted means if you target anybody but the person who taunted you, you have a double bane, which means whatever you roll, it's 1 tier worse. He's really the only one you're going to attack, so the taunt does nothing. However, if the target is wearing clothing covering the lower half of their body, they must use a maneuver once to pull their clothing before they can move.
Oh
Sulfus,
no!
we have not
Your
established.
pants fell
Are
down.
you wearing pants or a skirt?
I think this is a great time to point out Sulfus is wearing pants. They're down around his ankles, but he's wearing pants.
Cool. So you've taken
And I
13
definitely
damage.
took over more than 10. Yep.
Yeah, so your persist drops. It's almost like this fortuitous event that Ekar got you that second conflagration before it dropped, because it has now been taken from you. You are dazed. You're up against the wall. You're
Oh,
your
no.
rage focuses on him, and you are currently dying. So while you're dying, you are also bleeding. Bleeding is a secondary condition. While you are bleeding, whenever you use a main action, a triggered action, or some other test or ability that uses might or agility, so a lot of movement, you are going to lose 1d6 plus 1 stamina. As you exert yourself while dying, you die faster. However, you still have your entire turn available to you. Being
I've
below
also
0.
got this. I've got this orky thing that when I get knocked to dying, I get to make an attack, and if it takes them to 0, then I'm in better shape. Let's see, what exactly does it say?
That's pretty
Relentless.
cool.
Whenever a creature deals damage to you that leaves you dying, you can make a free strike against any creature. If the creature is reduced to 0 stamina by your strike, you can spend a recovery.
Cool. So for your free strike, you have either your general free strike ability. Everyone has a melee free strike and a ranged free strike. You get to choose what it looks like, but they're the least abilities. However, because you are an elementalist, your hurl element ability also counts as a free strike. So that ability is anyone within 10. And there is a weak little minion. He does have some cover, but there's a weak little minion that you may be able to take out, or you can, in spite, attack the maestro.
I am going to spite attack the maestro.
Okay.
And I've rolled a 10.
Okay. You do get to add +2, which will take you up to
that's
a
right.
12, which is a tier 2.
That makes it 7 damage. Much better.
Cool. As he dodges by it and you get this steam of mud off the side of his robe, he is not even close to dead. And so while you have attacked in spite, it's not enough to get the adrenaline pumping. Okay, well, that was a lot, and that was my main action. However, I still have a bit more movement, and I still have my maneuver. So the maestro is going to come center stage. And as he moves up center stage, he is going to once more attempt a tempo change on Ekar and Sulfus. Ekar, as you are affecting time and therefore affecting movement, he's affecting mind and therefore affecting movement. He's going to try to once more slow the two of you. He would go for Sapphire, but he doesn't know where Sapphire is. So that is a tier 3 result. So if your presence is less than 3, you are going to be slowed.
Yep.
By the rules of a level 1 character, you are going to be slowed, save ends. So now we have 2 of you that are bogged down. You cannot shift, and you can have a max of 2. That is going to be the end of his turn. So that takes us under round 3. I get 3 more malice, but we're down to 2 enemies on the battlefield, and any of you get to go.
Sulfus goes.
I might want to go to save Sulfus, because
Oh, you
Sulfus
can
does
heal.
anything, he might bleed out. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
go
can
ahead.
get to you and give you a recovery.
Now, you're still using main actions to heal Sulfus. If you're that worried about him, you do have 3 hero tokens. You start with 3 because...
Oh, yeah.
So you can spend 2 of your 3 hero tokens at any point for Sulfus to get a free recovery. He's just going to heal 6 stamina for spending the 2 hero tokens. So that you can do whenever, if you don't want to be using your main action to help him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm too used to doing that when I hit the dying moment. I go, oh crap, I'm going to save myself short of it. But
so knowing
maybe
that
the better
Sapphire,
idea.
Yeah, knowing that Sapphire doesn't have to use their main action to heal, is there someone else with like a big turn that they want to take?
Mm-hmm.
I took my big turn, so
I could go after the guy just straight on. Well, most of my stuff's for attacking other people's the thing. Like I can't hurt him. I could hurt this guy. If you don't want me to come, if you want to use hero resources now to give yourself some HP, or if you don't want me to come and heal you, it just depends on what you want there.
Gary, what do you feel?
Yeah.
I can't heal myself because I'm under 0, right? So no self-heal. Self-heal's out of the question. So all I can do is more damage. I don't have any problem doing more damage. But, yeah, the healing's hurting. The hurting's healing. The health is hurting. You know how it is.
I'll spend some AR tokens and help Selphus out. Just cheer him on from the
can
shadows.
I also do that?
So
But we
hero
all share the
tokens-
same.
Yeah. Hero tokens are a group resource.
Oh.
We start with 3.
Yeah, you start with the number of heroes that you have, and then I may award them in the future. I'm really bad about awarding meta currencies. that's just a failing I have.
It's tricky.
Actually, in that case, that I'm used to. I will actually go over and save you because that's very good to keep in the back pocket to keep you from death's door. I will run over and save you.
So we will activate Sapphire.
I will roll 1d3. I gain 2 insight. 3 insight. I'm at 5, not -1. That's how math works, in case everyone's wondering. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is my normal movement as I start dashing out from the trees. And I will Black Ash teleport over to Sulphus. And then main action heal Sulphus as I see that you're bleeding out and the Maestro's close to killing you.
As that is the second time you've used your main action for a heal, I'm going to give a hero token. Yeah.
Yay!
We've brought up that I'm not good about giving them, so that seems like a great moment.
That unfortunately is me because I
We've all been
used my maneuver. I used my main action. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
I'm at
TCG.
6.
Okay.
I have 1.
But that is Vanishing Sapphire.
At the end of your turn, I will use my villain action of Overture. Each target within 10 of my Maestro can move up to their speed or take the defend action. And the guy that you lot have just refused to do anything with, he's going to move over. And then on my turn, I will activate him. He will use his maneuver to pick up the crate. And he is going to begin running for the edge of the map as he is going to try to get away with one of the crates. His movement speed is 7. So he is going to move.
Isn't he so slow by Ekar?
Ooh. Well, I just screwed that up, didn't I?
Is
Yeah.
he still? Let's see.
Eckhart
until
took
the
his turn.
end of their next turn.
End of their next turn.
Yeah, he is.
Oh
slow.
no, because he has to do a save to get out of it.
No, there is no.
No, it's just end of turn.
It's end of
Yeah,
turn.
there-
Yeah.
There are saves.
Oh,
to
it's just end of turn.
and then
Oh,
there's end of turn. Okay, well, he
Darn.
grabs and he begins to move. I screwed that up. That's on me. He begins to move as there's like this little forewarning of like, oh, guys, you split attention. Bad move. Someone has to go focus on that guy. So with that, we go to Sulphus or Ekar.
Sulphus, you can go.
Okay, let me gain 2 points real quick because it's the start of my turn. And then that means I can do my ability that costs 3 Zs.
Don't forget you have blue as
Flesh.
well, so you have an extra resource.
Yes, the flesh is a oh, that means I could do 5, but you know what? I'm not going to. I'm going to do the 3 cost. It does more single target damage. My 3 cost. My 5 is for groups. So it's called the flesh is a crucible, ranged 10. I'm gonna definitely do homeboy right here, the maestro. It's gotta be the maestro all day. So I made the dice gods be with me here. I rolled a 15 plus 2, 17. Let's go.
Nice, very nice roll.
That is a 3.
15 fire damage.
Good God. Ow.
Yeah,
for
he's
the
feeling that.
maestro.
There's no more steam. Now you are like baking terracotta mud off of his robes, and the robes are beginning to blacken. You are beginning to
Only
wear down.
thing
on
I
them.
hate more than mud is music. I say as the maestro begins to burn alive.
Well, as you say that, you do have a surge. It's worth +2 damage. Would you like to spend it now? If you don't use it this combat, it will go away. So
Yeah, let's
you can
do
use
it. Let's
now or
throw 2
spend it
more.
later.
Let's do it. Let's throw 2 more damage on him. And I actually have a maneuver too. Choose a creature within the distance of your hurl element and one of the following damage types. I'm gonna just pick fire. And they just take extra damage equal to my reason score.
So that's another
I'll-
2.
Yeah, so I'll add 2 and then I'll add 2 again.
Cook him.
So 19 damage to him this turn.
He is now winded. He is at half health as he has gone from doing pretty good to having to suddenly rethink this entire situation.
Hey, that's how I felt on the first turn.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Sulfus?
I have 2 movement because I'm slowed. Let's see. Can I hop the wall with a movement? Is
Yeah,
that okay? Is
sure.
that copacetic? All right. I'll go 1 and 2. I'll just get myself a little closer to the guy who's running away. I don't suppose I'll have the chance to snipe him out, but if I do, there we go.
Fantastic. Well, I only have my maestro left to activate after you. So on his turn, y'all are pretty close together. So it makes sense for him to use his signature of cacophony. And so he is going to do this big 5 burst around him of this shrill panpipe shriek. And we'll go ahead and do our roll.
Roll terrible. Roll terrible. Aw,
That is
what did I
a
say?
13 plus 3. So that is going to be a tier 2. Everyone is going to take 6 sonic damage.
Yeah.
And you are going to be slid 3. So after you guys take your 6 sonic, for sliding 3, I'm going to throw Sulfus back into the wall. You have a stability of 1, so that's only 2, which means there's only 1 unused square. Go ahead and take 2 points of damage. From there, Sapphire, you're going to be slid 3. He's going to slide you also up into the wall. Do you have any stability?
1.
1.
One.
Take 2 points of damage.
Ow.
And Ekar, do you have any stability?
Is that on the top?
Yes.
Stability 0.
Okay, he's going to slam you into the back wheel of the wagon.
Yeah.
For all 3 of the movement, you're going to take 3 damage, and the wagon is also going to take 3 damage.
Not our
He can
Hey,
way.
Game Master.
Yes.
I was back over 0 health again. I was back up to 4, and now I'm dropped back underneath again. Does my relentless doesn't say once per combat or once per round?
It does not.
just says
It does not.
this is whenever they leave you dying. So
Sucks to be me.
Yep.
with your permission, I rolled the attack. 21 to hit, a 10 and a 9.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
10 and 9, 19 plus 2. Yeah, 21
no.
to hit.
Okay, so that is a tier
And,
3 result for 9 damage, I believe.
But it has to be my basic attack, right? So it's 9 damage.
Yes. However, that is a natural 19 on the die. And when you roll a 19 or 20 on the die, that is considered a crit in this game.
Nice.
And when you crit in this game, you don't do more damage. You just get another action. Despite the fact that what triggered this was a free action, a free strike. You may now choose any action you have available to you and also make that action.
Yeah. Do it.
So funny you say this because I used 3 of my points from my flesh as a crucible, but it has a persist 1. So can I persist? Can I persist 1 it right now?
Sure. I don't know the specificity of that rule, but yes, it sounds awesome.
Yeah, I've got the points to do it. I think I can. All right, let's roll
Yeah.
some dice. Let's stop wondering and put some numbers on this table. 9, 10, 11 to hit that time. Not a big damage, but it's going to be 9 damage.
Okay. So he's taken 18.
This is a new
Yeah.
round, so I can do my triggered action again.
You can, yes.
That was a tier 1
Oh,
ability, right? You did tier 1, so it can only get better.
It can only get better.
I will.
Yes.
I am gonna go back in time as you're doing it, and I'm gonna yell, "Breathe deep!" at you because you, yeah.
It makes it a 17 instead.
Much better roll.
So that 9 will go to 15 instead.
Oh.
That's hot. That's hot.
So 9 plus 15 damage. He took 24 damage just then from me.
This is on his main action.
Yeah,
This
his
is-
turn.
That's his damn turn, yeah.
This is a free reaction, getting a crit, plus a trigger. His main action isn't even done because on this Cacophony Burst, he also gets to shift 3 squares. So as he goes to move for one of the boxes to go up to it, the explosion of all explosions happens as he flies over to the other side of the box. He is, as a maneuver, going to grab that box, and he is just going to start hightailing it away, squeaking and squawking as he does so, as he's shrieking out, "Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea, bad idea," burning as he goes. That's the end of his turn. Ekar,
He
it
dealt
is your
damage
go.
to me. That means he's affected by my entropy ward, so he's speed is reduced by 2. Just FYI.
Oh no! Slow down even more.
Just FYI, he's closer.
I love this so much.
Oh man, this is fun.
Oh.
Got to.
Ekar, as he tries to get away, and he gets out of the mud onto the grass, but the grass is still acting like mud and he can't get as far. Both of the ones with the stolen crates are right next to each other. What do you do?
If I use incinerate on them, is it gonna it's probably gonna, well, I would have to get
Does it
a
say
box.
objects?
Incinerate says each enemy in the area.
Oh,
It's only enemies.
don't hurt
Abilities specify whether they are creature, object, creature,
They
and objects.
ew. In that case, I'm gonna step to the side a little bit here. I'm slowed, I believe.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna step. I only need to move 2, and then Avada Cadaver. I'm gonna
Get away
all
with
this
you.
fire all around me has awakened the elemental bound to my soul, and it's gonna seep out of my eye and engulf them in flames. So I'm gonna roll. Oh, I need to roll for my resource real quick.
Yes. Rolling for your resource at the start of your turn is something that people frequently miss.
I didn't
That's something that the
realize-
Codex does for free.
I got one.
Yeah, I didn't realize I get a surge every time I get hit the first time of every round, every time I take damage. So I've got 4 surges. I've been getting yeah, I'm farmed up.
And then slash.
No, and then. Sorry.
No, and then. Yeah, I thought it too. D10.
Yeah, there's a timely reference.
I got a 10. Oh, I added 2 to that, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
12. So that's a tier 2 result. So that's 4 damage to both of them.
The Mischiever is incinerated, and the Maestro is just heavily hurt.
And the other area of fire from earlier is dissipated as well.
Yes. Yeah. All these areas of fire are kind of dropping as they go.
After that, I'm going to accelerate the Maestro backwards too with my maneuver.
That way or towards you?
Towards them, towards my allies. Yeah, so that's
You can actually. I have a thing that I just really haven't been using called explosive assistance. It's
yeah.
it's for self or allies. When a self or ally triggers a force move, that can be get a bonus equal to my resolves or reason. So 2 more. You can move them 2 more
back.
if you want to.
And then I also, because of the force move, get a clarity, I believe. So
Yeah, it's the first of the round.
yeah,
There was some earlier. Either way, you get it.
That was my turn.
That's the end of the round. We go into round 4. I am stocked full of malice. And if I survive to my next turn, I am going to use it like crazy. Whoever goes next needs to finish him off. Otherwise, I'm going for a killing blow.
I'm full up on my insight. I might be able to baff him hard.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it. Yeah, you haven't had a big moment where you got to absolutely baff somebody yet. Well,
Yeah,
you did
baff
kill
'em.
those 2 guys earlier. It was pretty gangster.
That was pretty good.
3. I'm at 9. I'm chock full. I have all the thing in the world. 100 throats is my 5. That's not what I'm doing. Because there's not enough people for me to care.
Buried Ellie powered up the Game Master, FYI. So do with that what you will, Joshua. Probably gain
1,
malice.
2, 3, 4,
Sure.
5, 6, 7. I run up beside the maestro, and I sweep my leg at his feet for a disorienting strike, as my attack leaves him reeling, allowing me to follow up. I could do a different thing, but that's okay. That cost me 3. I should record that, because otherwise I'm cheating. I'm only allowed to do that when I'm GMing. No, there's no bonus here. What am I doing? Roll, please. Funny. Hello? Bueller? There you go.
Nice.
As I do 10 damage to him. As I
Okay.
kick him really hard in the legs. And
Okay.
I'm going to slide him 3. I'm going to kick him. I'm going to knock him right into the wagon.
Okay.
So-
Does he have any stability? He has 1 stability. So you can only knock him into the wagon a little
For
bit.
2. Okay, that's damage.
Isn't this a new round? Last round ended. This is a new round. You're the beginning of our team this time, so you can add +2 to that movement.
Yeah.
Yep.
Explosive
movement.
As you do so, you need that much in order to kill him as you throw him into the wagon. The explosion blasts out the front of his body as he gets pitted on one of the corners up front. How do you want him to be affected by this, Sapphire? What does your attack look like before the explosion finishes with the kill?
She swept the leg to knock him off his feet, and one of the things mechanically as well, funny enough, you shift into the square they leave, so when they slide, you chase after them. So as he's stumbling, I'm doing this rapid, almost Wing Chun-esque boxing, bap, 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 as I'm chasing after him, and then he just all of a sudden, as I go, baff, one last punch. I don't know explosive thing is a thing. So when I go, yeah, I'm just thinking it's gonna go, oof, I'm gonna hit the thing that's gonna suck a little bit. It's like bap, and then explosion. It's like, whoa.
As he explodes
awesome.
into it, Fayok pulls up from under the wagon. What the bloody hell? They're gone? They're gone.
Oh, they're there and over there, and some in the trees over there, and all over your wheel. I'll get him off your wheel real quick. Ew.
Thank the saints. With that coming out of the back of the wagon, popping up from where some of the crates have been stolen, you have Hector and Myrna. Hector's like, "Yeah, what do you mean what do you mean they're gone? They took them. We saw them take them. You said they're gone and they took them? Why do we hire bodyguards in the first?" And then Myrna's just like, "Hush, dear, hush. Look, no, they're dead. They're gone. They're the crates. We hired them. They did their job. And if you don't get more polite, they might not do their job next time."
I mean, that's true. I should go to pick up one of the boxes to walk it in, just
I
apropos nothing.
hate to interrupt this family reunion, but anybody have any extra medicine? I say as I'm just gushing blood on the side, watching everyone argue.
No.
Fantastic. As you bring that up, we are leaving combat. And outside of combat, you may spend your recoveries freely. Yeah. So as you request additional medicine, the alchemist and the herbalist do come forward. They begin patching you up. Mechanically, you may spend, all of you may spend as many of your recoveries as you wish to regain your stamina.
How much stamina do you regain each recovery?
It says right next to your maximum number of recoveries.
Yeah, it depends on the class. Different classes.
have
have
seven.
I believe.
Yes, and mechanically it is 1/3 your max.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's my bad.
Is there a way to regain recoveries during an adventure?
Nope.
Respites only.
Oh no!
And respites are rare.
So as you lot are going through getting bandaged up and the boxes get put back onto the wagon, Fayok looks to you. Pay no mind to Hector. If it was my choice, he wouldn't be here, but Myrna insisted. Now, we very much appreciate what you're doing, and you've been doing a fantastic job. Because you won the combat, you gain a victory. And because you won the combat with 0 of the crates being fully stolen off the map, you gain a second victory. So you currently have 2 victories. In a longer game, you level up at 16 victories. So that is the way that you gain XP, is whenever you take a respite, all your victories become experience points. For now, though, we're going to be stacking up some victories, and then later on in the adventure, you may see a little bonus for going into a combat for having victory under your belt.
Cool. Hell yeah.
We have just done a big battle scene where we have learned a lot of the core of the game, and now we're going to go do some of the other stuff because this game is more than combat. So, as your heroes gather themselves up, you patch yourselves up, get a little bit of medicine from the alchemist and the herbalist. You lot push the wagon and get it going out of that mud trough that it got stuck in. And you continue on. The rain is still coming down in sheets, soaking everybody. The road is littered with debris. The oxen, the horses, exhausted. You need to find dry spots to camp. Now, you're not going to get a respite, but you still need to sleep at some point over this multi-day journey. Now, Myrna was also hoping that you'd gather some additional herbs along the journey. That way, when you get to Broadhurst, she can already be beginning to make more medicine to replenish the ones that are going to be used immediately for the goats. You might need to forage some for those supplies if you can find the moments to do so. Finally, the wagon's wheel that one of our companions, Ekar, got bashed into is cracked. There's the occasional farmer just herding cows across the road. And there is no way you're going to get this wagon off the road to go around them. So we are going to enter into a montage test as we go through Days of Rain. The way montage test works is I present to you many problems. You do not have to solve all of them. You just have to solve some of them. Each of you is going to get to go once over the course of 2 rounds. And by the end of the 2 rounds, we will determine whether you have gathered enough successes in order to complete this montage, whether you have too many failures and you just lose the montage, or if you get to the end of the 2nd round and you're somewhere in the middle. So I have already described in the story, and now I have on our Roll20 screen, the different sorts of things that you have to deal with. I skipped over raising spirits. It's an awful time. If you can keep yourselves going, all the better for it. So you lot can decide what you think would be best for you to deal with. You may each go after one of these challenges. If someone fails at a challenge, someone else can attempt to do it. You can also decide to spend your turn assisting another hero, where essentially you are doing a die roll to then see if you can help them. However, if you get a tier 1 result on that assist roll, you end up hurting them. So most of the time, you're not going to use the assist another hero option unless you have a special ability that helps out with that.
I
Sulfus,
have a special ability.
please bring up your special ability.
What a great segue. I have teamwork, which works for montages. If I go first, then I assist as well. I get a go, and I get to assist one of you guys for free. So if you guys are okay with that, as long as no one else has a skill that supersedes that or beats that in some way, I get a thumbs up and I got a nod. I would like to jump straight in, and I want to do animal handling. It's one of my trained skills. Maybe I can get these horses feeling a little bit better, get things under control here.
Okay, so with the dealing with the horses, I'm going to say that this is likely going to be a intuition test. That seems to be a good skill for dealing with the horses. However, I can also see presence being used. So either intuition or presence can be used for this. And then you mentioned having a skill. Skills in this game are, do we think it applies? Sure, you get to add +2 onto the roll. So it's kind of a Boolean yes or no. So you said you have animal handling.
Correct, yeah.
Would you like to use intuition or presence?
I would like to use intuition.
Okay. Go ahead, and this is going to be 2d10, and then you're going to get to add in your skill bonus +2, as well as your intuition.
I think I rolled it. I rolled intuition. I added a bonus +2. It looks like I've got a 16.
Fantastic, using all the special Roll20 stuff that I did not set up for you. Or maybe
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
no, I that one wasn't too hard. That one I was just able to add a +2 on because it was a base skill.
Cool, cool. Well, that is going to be a tier 2 success. And with a tier 2 success in this challenge, that is going to be treated as a success with a consequence. As you are managing these horses, they are tired. You're having to almost take on a shoulder yoke yourself, using your own energy at times to urge them, to push them, to pull them, or get behind a flank and kind of like cajole them to get through a muddy spot. This will count as a success. However, it is also going to cost you 1 recovery.
What if I don't have any recoveries left?
In that case,
Did
it's
I
going to do.
did I luck out?
No, you're going to take 2 points of damage.
Oh no!
There's always a price.
There's always a price for the
That's all right.
consequence.
It's honestly that's less than what a recovery costs, so that's okay.
It is. It is less than a recovery cost. So yeah, that's going to count for 1 success. Now you can also assist someone with what they're doing if you feel it's worth the gamble of helping to possibly hurt them if you roll a tier 1.
I have a thought of. I'm thinking of trying to help fix the wheel in the sense that I'm helping lift up the once we get the various sticks and levers and everything, we get the wagon set up, and then we just have to lift it and just hold it there, and someone has to hold it in place. I'm just gonna hold on for dear life and make it, and only putting it down briefly. Like, we're trying to minimize how long it's down, so that way when we get the wheel and get it fixed, it's not sitting there with all the weight of the wagon just pulling down on it. So I'm hoping to push for, with that explanation, I'm hoping to push for an endurance skill of some kind.
Okay. Now
Probably
that sounds
might,
like
though,
a
'cause it's
might
dog.
endurance.
Yeah.
However, the thing that you have described is not actually fixing the wheel. You don't have any means that you're actually fixing the wheel. You're hoping someone else will be able to do it better.
Yeah. Probably
So-
a better idea would be.
If
I
you're
mean,
looking
I
for
can fix
something
the
more
wheel. I have
endurance based,
mechanics.
mechanics is great for fixing
So-
the wheel.
I can do that if
Oh.
you want me to take care of it.
You do the mechanical. I'll think of how to do, because I have a thing that's with endurance space. I'm gonna try to. I'll puzzle up the next idea. But if you have
I have an
mechanics-
idea. Yeah, I have an idea for your endurance if you don't come up with one, but I don't want to steal your time in the spotlight.
Yeah.
While you think, we can go for the fixing the wheel with mechanics. For the core ability, your core characteristic for fixing the wheel, that either sounds a bit more might, as we've described, of like actually needing to physically do it, but also it sounds intelligent in like knowing how to fix the wheel and do all the axles and all that. So I'm on board with might or reason as the core ability, and then
Well,
getting the
that's an
+2 for
easy
mechanics.
picks for me. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, really.
I'm gonna do reason for that.
You mean the talent has a reason score of 2? Say it ain't so.
Yeah. So go ahead and do your power roll, and you're gonna get a +4 on top of your 2d10.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna do /roll 2.
I clicked the wrong thing. No, there we go. I'm good. I didn't break anything, I promise.
19.
And that is going to be a success as well. You if nothing else on this journey, you are keeping things moving. The horses are moving. The wheel is fixed. You're not stopping.
Hell yeah.
Shit, last time we stopped, it didn't turn out so well.
Okay. Sapphire, you had a previous idea that we veered away from, but you have something you wish to do now. And before we do any rolls, we will double check on whether we want that teamwork assist to get in there as well.
Yeah, so it'll depend what I'm doing because that changes how I'm being helped, I think. Oh no, they can help in different ways. Never mind.
As long as it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking endurance wise, what makes more sense would which actually deals that I would think a certain level of. I had two minds. One was either just clear the fallen trees, and it's just a tiring. It's like, is it difficult? No, but it is tedious in the rain, in the mud. I just have to. I don't have to be good at it. We're not trying to make lumber here. We just want it not in the way, and eventually I'll get it done as long as I don't get tired.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank God.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
I think it sounds like might still anyway, because there's not really a better attribute for that. You mean presence doesn't work? I talked to the trees.
Presence doesn't work. I could think reason for like fulcrums and levers and stuff, but yeah, this is another like might reason area.
Yeah, that makes.
I think they're suggestions on the adventure, so it's not me thinking, it's MCD I'm thinking.
Oh really? Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, they
MCD know what I think. No, it's
I'm also trained in might endurance, so I would happily roll along with you.
Totally.
Narratively, then it makes sense for me to do reason, figuring out the stuff, and slowly working at it, and then your might just give me the muscle power to get it across the line.
Yeah. Cool.
Because I'm and the reason I was so keen on it being endurance, giving up is for other people. You gain an edge on tests made using the endurance skill. It's one of my human ancestry abilities.
In this case, that is another +2 for a single edge. So
and
you're working with the
big
bonus.
I did not fail my assist. I got a tier 2 result.
So you did not fail, but you also did not get a tier 3. So for most of the time when you're assisting on something, a tier 3 gives an edge, a tier 1 gives a bane. So it's very hit or miss when the assists actually come in, but you're not getting in the way.
Yeah.
Love that.
And that would have, if that turned to double edge, that would have been amazing. So that's why I didn't mind the gamble at all. It's like you're very likely to do something good. That is 16, tier 2.
As a tier 2. I'm gonna say that typically that is a success with a consequence. We did get that teamwork assist in there, and despite not giving you a bonus on the roll, I think it makes sense that the consequence is kind of sublimated by the fact that we're getting an additional help in the first round that otherwise wouldn't be there. So I think the teamwork is going to kind of cancel out that consequence. As you lot manage to continue to push and to push, because there's only 3 heroes, you lot only needed 3 successes in this montage. And so that is a full success on this montage test. As you lot push through, you are clearing the trees, you are moving the horses, you're fixing the wheel. Yeah, sometimes cows get in the way, but you are getting to your destination. This is worth another victory. So you lot are now up to 3 victories. Yeah. And mechanically, the reward for total success here is 2 additional crates of medicine. Now, you lot didn't actually go into the woods and forage, but I'm going to say that this represents the time. The fact that they expected more of the medicine to spoil by the time you got to your destination, and you are out moving the half-life of this medicine.
They rolled the dice with they scored more than they needed. It's like some of this is going to spoil. We're just going to live with that. We know that's going to happen.
Yeah. But instead, that's all extra that they now have available to use. So as you lot push through the days of rain, in time, you are going to find that your wagon approaches a section of overgrown wood. As the wagon enters the dense wood, right around sunset, a thick fog rolls in. Fayok seems on edge, while Myrna and Hector nap in the back of the wagon. The forest is oddly silent. The only clip-clop of the horse's hooves and the creaking of the wagon are your companions in this journey. After a few hours of travel through this wood, you see shapes start flitting the fog around you. In front of you and then behind you, you're starting to feel surrounded, and that's because you are. Several armed wood elves. Wood elves, but more animalistic with these kind of fur-covered bodies, giant bat-like ears, orbital eyes, step out. One of them, not drawing its arms against you, but the others, spears and bows at the ready, speaks to you. You trespass here, strangers. State your intentions, plainly and clearly, and perhaps we will let you live.
Uh-oh.
Here, we are going to enter a negotiation. Now, not all persuasion checks and the like in Draw Steel are a negotiation. You can simply do a die roll and see how things go forward. Negotiations happen when there are two different parties that want different things and you are at odds with each other, but are willing to talk it out. Now, this is an area that I foreshadowed at the beginning of the game. The way I like to run them, I do not typically show you the interest level and the patience level. However, as we're learning the game, it'll help you understand for future games you may play. We are starting with their interest very low. You want to go through his forest. He does not want to let you. But you could convince him otherwise with different arguments. As you make arguments, his patience is going to go down. When his patience reaches 0, he makes his final offer, and you can either accept it or not. But there is a mechanical time frame where instead of you lot making argument after argument and me being the bad guy, mechanically, there is just an end to his patience, and that's when the role-playing stops. So we'll go through kind of the mechanics of what this looks like, but for the most part, it's you guys making arguments on why he should let you through the woods as he is guarding this wild place that he says you're trespassers in. So as he presents that to you, how do you respond? Why should he let you go? Why shouldn't they kill you?
Can I have read person as a skill? Can I try to make an intuition check here to see how to toe this line?
Yeah, so that would be considered uncovering a motivation.
Okay.
So they have motivations and pitfalls. If you are appealing to a motivation, the rolls are easier. And if you appeal to a pitfall, something that he loathes, it just goes bad for you. So this is a great thing to do to try to uncover a motivation. So I would say a read person could be rolled to see if you can figure out what he wants, what things he is in favor of.
Is that going to be a 2d20 plus 4? Or 2d10, sorry.
2d10 plus 4 for you, yes. This is not Savage Worlds. This is not a 2d20 system.
14.
14, that's a tier 2 success. So you are going to learn no information regarding his motivations or pitfalls, but it does nothing more for you. So I'm not going to give you bonus information. However, I will say that this is a pretty trope-heavy situation. So as you have the woods in Lothlorien, you have the Mirkwood elves saying, we don't want you here, leave. You may make whatever assumptions you want about what elves may be in favor of.
Fair enough. They're wood elves. Would they be mad at me if I spoke Hyrelac to them?
They would not be mad. Their native tongue is Illyric.
Yeah.
Illyric. So if you're not speaking their native tongue, there's a little bonus that you don't get. But other than that, you're fine.
Wait, how do you spell their native tongue?
Illyric. YLL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I speak the, what do you call it?
Hyralic.
The high elf one.
Yeah, the high elf one.
Yeah.
It's because it says it's the language of diplomacy.
He will not be upset about it.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not speaking jolly out. You're not speaking demon language. Expect him to be okay with it. Like, oh. May not even understand it even. Yeah.
I like that you're speaking Spain Spanish instead of Mexico Spanish. That's what's going on here.
I mean, yes, very much so. So
I'll just
what would you like to say?
Callian, since that everyone can understand me.
Yeah. What would you like to say?
We must traverse the woods we carry medicine for the animals on in the village past, and hoping that he'll care about animals, kind of.
Okay. Go ahead and make a reason test for me. For this, you guys can kind of use reason, intuition, or presence kind of interchangeably, all your soft stats. So you can make a reason. And then if you have an interpersonal skill that you think goes with the case you're making, you can see if it'll work. So you may have persuade, you may empathize. I'll go with empathize. So that gets you another +2 as you appeal to a motivation.
17.
17. So as you make that case, as you appeal to a motivation, you're going to increase his interest by 1. But his patience doesn't change. He is willing to listen to this. As he hears your case, I am not fond of letting strangers go through our wood. However, if it is for the sake of animals, I would beseech you, turn around. You may go around. I will send 1 scout with you to assure that you do not fall into danger on the outskirts of our territory, but I cannot let you go through.
Every single one of your people is armed, and that means one thing. There's danger in these woods. Why don't you let us go through and kill whatever stands in your way?
He listens to the argument. What, is there a
So
skill you're attempting to
Yes,
use?
I'm trained in monsters. And so I know they're not safe. I know there's something back here. I'm not sure if I know exactly what it is.
You know, like monsters in general as well. In forests, there's these kind of monsters, so you probably care
Yeah.
about this kind of monster.
Yeah,
It's like,
so
well,
I've got
since you're bringing it up.
I've got monster lore and reasoning, and they're armed. So clearly there's something out here more dangerous than us. So that was going to be my approach.
I'll go for it. Yes, go ahead. 2d10, and I think you're going to get a +4 on this as well.
Woo!
That's another tier 3.
It is
And
a tier 3.
once again, his interest is going to go up. However, as he's not fully on board with what you're appealing to, his patience is going to go down. So his patience goes down a little bit, but his interest is growing, and his response to you is, if we are to let you go through our wood and your wagon clop and crunch whatever happens to be natively growing on the ground, it would need recompense. I see that you are carrying medicine for those animals, medicine likely taken from the Mother Earth herself. Give back some of what you have taken from the land, and we will let you pass through.
I will say, or Banished Sapphire will say, well, that's all well and good, and I can see that point of view. However, we need every last little bit of this. We can't let a single box go. Otherwise, this whole venture is moot. We might as well not have gone, and we will have failed anyway. So you're either turning us away by arms and threats, or you're dooming or you're dooming us to failure anyway. My spin here is I'm 100% lying to them. I know we leave a couple crates. I'm just lying to
you
their
can.
face.
Yes, you can. Go ahead, roll plus your skill for lying. Yeah. And I'm going to be fully honest with you. If you fail this roll, it's not because you failed the lie. It's because he looks to Fayok, and Fayok doesn't have the face to maintain the bluff.
I do not have anything that makes this easier, but that's okay. I'm skilled at lying. Hey!
Tier 3.
Another tier 3. His patience goes down, but he is not going to argue with your knowledge of the sick animals. As his interest continues to go up, he thinks for a moment, looks to the rest of his soldiers, does a hand wave. They step to the side. Fine. Go quick. Do not leave the path. Do not take anything else. Now, at this point, you guys have been very lucky, and his patience is still very high. You're at an interest of 4. He's willing to give you what you want. There's the possibility that you push for more, but there's also the possibility that if you push, his interest could go back down. You take him off, he kicks you out of the woods. So this is a point where, with his patience, he's not putting an end to the negotiation. So you can continue to talk, but you are close to everything that you could possibly want. So this is a point that you lot have to decide, is that enough, or do you want to push for more?
I played the one card I had. That's the only thing I could think of that could, within my skill set, with sort of literally robbing them. There's no better move for me to do. I'm a shadow. If I was robbing these people, that'd be different. But talking to them, there's one thing I can do, and that's lie.
This is a one shot, so I'm just gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna go for it here. Usually, if this was a long form campaign, I'd be like, "We're good, guys. Let's just push." But no, this is.
I don't know about that.
So let's. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. What I want to do, yeah, I do want to push.
Push.
I'm gonna push. How do I gonna phrase this? We have no problem sticking to the path. I've heard of ancient elven artifacts that could help us on our journey. You wouldn't possess any of these arcane trinkets, would you? I just want to straight up ask if they've got a magic item to help us or to keep us on the path. And I'm going to... My mind here, I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, which was reason, but this time I have magic lore.
Cool. Awesome. Go for it. Go for it.
That is not a bad spin.
Edge 2. I rolled a 12. Not bad. Okay. Can I use a surge or something to boost this up? Is that possible? I've got 4 of these guys sitting around.
You may use a hero token to re-roll, and you must accept the new roll, and you can only do it once. You can't use multiple in a row. So is a tier 2 not good enough for you?
No, I'm going to leave it at a tier 2. I wanted to push a 3, but I'm okay with this. It's way better than a 1.
Two's good enough, I think.
With a tier 2, you're not appealing to a motivation. So as you make the case, the eyes stern again. You push your luck, orc. We have given you passage through our forest, which most do not have. If you wish items, they may come at you at fleet speed.
Huh.
So his patience has gone down, but the interest has not been affected.
Classic long ear answer.
Careful, there's a lot of arrow.
I'll mumble to you guys.
I believe this is sufficient. Thank you for letting us pass. And I'll wait the caravan through before anything.
No, they probably had more. I'll mutter as we're going away.
As you do so, because for me, most elves and orcs, there's a feud. I'm sorry, it's there. They expect nothing more than the greedy orc to be complaining about getting passage through. However, as you go through, you have succeeded at this negotiation, earning you another victory. You are up to 4 victories. Hurrying us on through our module, since our time is coming close, you lot will escape the woods as rain continues to come down now that you're not under the cover of canopy. And as you go up ahead, the road passes through a small wooded ridgeline. Theok calls out, "All right, Buck's Ridge, last landmark before we hit the farmlands around Broadhurst. We're almost there, folks." As you lot head towards Buck's Ridge, is there anything the lot of you want to make note of as you are approaching the end of your journey?
Vanishing Sapphire will, on the journey after meeting the elves, will spend an hour just redoing her disguise because she does these out. She does not want them passing word on who she is. That's the other reason she didn't want to press too hard. It's like, I don't want to draw attention to myself.
Okay, they've seen that face. Now, if anyone asks them, they can't see me.
But that's the main thing. She spends an hour doing that, and Large seems pretty relaxed because she hasn't been hunted, she hasn't been attacked all that bad, she hasn't been hurt very much, she hasn't been winded. The most she did was that really rough day. Yeah, that's nothing.
Now that we're literally out of the woods and almost there, I'm gonna attempt to convince the alchemist to share knowledge with me.
With how well you've done, they are more than willing to begin sharing knowledge with you about how this medicine has been made, why it's going to be good for the goats, especially since like the goat pox isn't in Wend. So like the way that they have kind of crafted this based off of other things that they know about and trying to make it to help cure this situation, you get kind of that lecture.
Excellent. That's that's the only reason I'm here is to learn. So
Fantastic. Anything from Solfus before we continue on?
While Sapphire has taken no substantial damage over the course of this adventure, I am out of recoveries. So I imagine Solfus is walking with his head down, hood over his head, scarred up, beaten up, just ready to get to this town and go to sleep. But boy, does that not what Solfus thinks is gonna happen next.
Of course not, because none of you were on guard for danger.
Nope.
So you hear a piercing scream as angry words surround you. Suddenly, flame arrows go from the ridgeline and ignite 2 oil slicks on either side of your wagon as goblins shriek out into the night. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some fire to our maps, and we're going to go into our final combat encounter. Now, you lot have 4 victories under your belt. So as we start this combat encounter, you all are going to start with 4 of your heroic resource automatically.
Downside, though.
I gain another 4 malice. So I'm going to be starting off with 4 + 1 + 3, 8 malice. So once more, I need our talent. Roll a d10 to see if you or I go first.
6.
You lot go first. So as our combat begins, we have a bunch of different groups of these goblins. Some of them snipers, some of them warriors, some of them are these like shamans with all these like baubles and urns and goo bladders. They just got some nasty stuff on them. Which of you would like to go first?
I have a thing I want to do for Gary's character.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean I should go? Because I can do a big fire, and I'm ready to do a big fire.
Before you do that, because you're going to be a target, I'm going to look to you when all this happens, and I'll say, see as I see, and I will touch you and spend 3 points to give you precognition. Ability rolls made against you take a bane until the start of my next turn. Whenever the target takes damage while under this effect, they can use a triggered action to make a free strike against the source of the damage.
Okay.
So just flat out banes against you. As Ekar, you are going. Keep in mind at the start of your turn, you get to roll for clarity. So you have more to spend as well.
D3. 1. Okay, so I got 2 still, which is good.
You got 2 still? And not to tell you to do it, you can go up to a max of -3 negative clarity. So you could still technically do your big ability if you wanted.
Technically, but no one's gone yet. So there's nothing to repeat. But you're not wrong. I probably should become strained on purpose, though, at some point for this combat, because it looks dangerous. I am going to use my maneuver to accelerate that warrior into the fire.
The green one or the red? That one. Okay. As you throw him into the fire, he takes 5 fire damage.
Yeah!
As he immediately begins to burn.
He becomes unmoored in time, and he winds up where he was going to walk, or where he walked previously, and burns. Bastard. And that shall be the end of my turn. I have protected my friend and hurt an enemy.
Okay. Do I get to go, or is hesitation weakness?
Hesitation is a weakness. Does getting up these ridges cost extra squares of movement due to being
It
difficult
does
terrain?
not.
Thank God.
Keep in mind that you do get your you spend the insight for hesitation is weakness, and then you get your bonus at the start of your turn.
this -1, we'll say. Just save myself the math. Yep, so
0, you're
Well,
still at 4.
yeah. So nothing changed. That's good. That's fine. In that case, that cost me what? 5. Move up 5. So I can't do my super dash maneuver because I didn't get enough stuff, enough insight. I don't know enough about the fight yet to make any big moves. But I can still be an annoying jerk about things. I am going to unleash a disorienting strike as I start flipping up and over the ridge and rush up to the snipers. I smack at their hand and then do a back fist into their face to kind of send them sprawling. And
Okay.
punch in the face. Punch in the face.
Punch in the face.
19. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Hot
It's not a
damn.
natural 19, is it? No, it's not that good.
Okay, but
tier
still,
3.
that's tier 3. That is 14 damage. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 snipers. They have 12 hit points among all of them. How would you like to take out all of the snipers? in
Yes, we
blue?
needed that so bad.
It turns for a moment. Fantasy Sapphire just kind of runs up and then just basically turns into like a kung fu master sort of thing. Except it's a lot more brutal because he's a pugilist, not a martial artist. So it's a lot of punch, shove him to that guy, grab this guy, hit him with his bow, grab a bow arrow, throw it at the other guy. Just this rapid. Holy crap! I hope this works. And then, oh my god, that worked.
As you do that, the stinker at the end that's supposed to be leading them into battle is just watching you pugilize 4 goblins. They shriek, they run. You have now learned that for every color group on this battlefield, if you get them down to 1 goblin left in the group, the final one will flee.
That's good to
That's
know.
my maneuver because I'm a brave little black ash shadow. Black ash teleport. I step into the shadows. Poof. And I will go all the way over here, hoping to have some concealment in amongst the wood. And I will attempt to hide.
Okay.
Hide is this. Hide probably agility as opposed to reason.
Thanks for killing the
Get an edge on
archers that can
them.
see us. That's cool. That was a cool move that you did.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah. Yeah. You're gone.
and I gain a surge.
Oh man, that was a tier 3. Oh man.
Okay. Anything else?
As Fantasy Sapphire stepped through the shadows and kind of ducks down the hide. It looked really cool when she did it, and then when she's resting against the tree, she's just kind of, look crap, that worked. Oh crap, that worked.
Okay, I'm gonna go to my green crew since one of them has been pulled into fire and he wants to get out. So my green guys are gonna charge down over here. And as they charge in on a lot of you, they're going to do their spear charge. So that's going to be power roll +2. That's 14, a tier 2. That spear charge is going to do 4 damage to each of you. So that is 4 damage to Ekar, 4 damage to Sulfus. Sulfus, there was a Bane on that attack. Unfortunately, the 14 down to 12 is still a tier 2.
But Ekar gets to retaliate.
Ekar does get to retaliate.
Ekar's doing
Oh,
something.
no, not Ekar. Not
Or
Ekar.
Sulfus.
Sulfus. Yeah. Sulfus gets.
Sulfus gets to retaliate
I am
because of the
Ekar.
precognition.
I'm sorry, do I get to retaliate?
Yeah, because
You
I
do.
put the precognition,
Oh,
so you
yeah,
saw
'cause
it
you're-
coming, and so you get to.
And
yeah.
Is that a free strike?
That's right. Yep, let's do a little 2d10 action.
I believe
15,
actually
so
it
that's
can be
17.
whenever the target takes damage, you can use a triggered action to make a free strike against the source.
Okay.
Cool.
So-
And I can do hurl element, and it's a 17, and I do 9 damage.
Okay, he is heavily damaged. But as he stabbed you and you burn his face off, he's like full on Two-Face, just charred bone snarling at you. That's going to be their turn, and we go to Sulfus. It is your go.
They are going to get an opportunity attack on me because I'm going to just give it to them. 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay, so they both get opportunity attacks.
Well, if you're only
Yes,
Your
they
opportunity
do.
attacks are for
If you're only gonna
1
move
damage.
3, can't he use half his movement to disengage instead?
So it's not half your movement. It is when you disengage as your move, whatever your disengage score is. So there's faster characters and slower characters when you disengage. But this is only going to be a total of 2 damage.
Okay.
And you can make free strikes against both of them because they've damaged you. Or is it just the next one?
The precog.
It
The precog.
says whenever the target takes damage under this effect, they can use a triggered action to make a free strike.
Okay.
Is
Go
it
ahead.
pre-triggered action or triggered?
It says triggered.
Oh, it's a triggered. So it uses up your 1 trigger per turn. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, we're done.
That's
with
right.
that.
So I
But you
won't
take
have
2
it.
damage.
And I won't have explosive assistance for later, and that's okay. And I take 2 damage. 1, 2. No problem there. Now I have lots of my resource points. I have 6, and I'm gonna conflagration again. This time I'm gonna go for the red warrior on the left and the 2 yellow snipers. I'm gonna catch all 3 of them. Yep, exactly. I catch them in a 3x3.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes. Let's throw my d10s. That's not what I wanted. I have so many heroic resources and surges, you wouldn't believe it. What can I do with these?
So surges go away at the end of a battle. So only ones that you get during this battle are here.
Oh, well, in that case, I probably only have. How many turns have I been hit? Just 1.
Just
so
1.
I probably just have the 1.
You have the 1 surge. Now, Ekar, do you still have your trigger?
I do, and if he doesn't want to do anything else, I can just simply tell you to breathe deep. And you get to... I step back in time, see that you fail, and say, Sulfus, use your rage. And you get to reroll. No. And you got a natural 19!
Thank you. That's your natural 19. But yeah, that's a 100%. I did get a natural 19. That's for reals.
The rage is
so. Let's get the first damage and then worry about the bonus action afterwards.
12 fire damage.
Okay, 12 fire damage is enough to take out all of the snipers since I let the flow damage continue all the way through. So all the snipers die, and the warrior is almost killed, and you have another action.
Another action? Are you telling me? Are you telling me I can persist 2? No, wait, start of your turn. Nope, I can't persist to it right now. That's okay. That was greedy anyways.
But you got signatures.
I do. I have signatures, and I have one where I can target 2 guys. So that's probably going to be the one. Probably bifurcated incineration again.
Yeah.
And I'll hit both of the warriors, to both red warriors is going to be the plan.
Okay.
Rolled a 9. Not the best number, but that's okay.
Yeah, so that's going to be a tier 1 after the +2 takes you to an 11.
Actually, somebody died. Does that mean I get a thing, right?
Yes, you do. You do have an essence from fire.
Jeez, it's just nonstop.
It's nonstop.
Yeah, I like
So-
how
Really
much stuff triggers in this game. It's fun.
Yeah, those guys are just going to get their damage, I think. I don't think there's anything I can do to make them take more damage here. So
Well,
it's just going to be
use
4.
a surge.
Good one, surge.
So
Well, let's use the surge.
okay.
Let's give them
So-
both 6 damage for both
6.
warriors.
As you bifurcate the blast and double up on the one that's already been hit and then hit the other, as this explosion goes through the area, you are going to kill the warrior that you have already hit. And as the bodies litter the ground, you guys have already pulled one into the firewall. You're doing this triple explosion over to the side. The remaining damaged warrior, as well as the stinker leading the other sniper troop, look to each other and then just wig out as they're the last ones of their troops as well, as they're just going to flee. As you are quickly blowing up the ranks and causing the ones left to scatter.
We've all been booned.
Huzzah.
Thank you.
Thanks, D-Ski.
Boop.
Okay. Anything else, Sulfus, on your turn?
No, that's it for me. I'm feeling pretty good with that turn. That's exactly what I
Yeah.
wanted to do and more.
Okay,
You're in
well,
a good spot too.
I will remove the red from the initiative. I'll remove the yellow from the initiative. I'll remove the blue from the initiative. I am down to... Oh, I missed one in the initiative. I need my pink crew. Why isn't my pink crew here?
Your
That's
pink-
fine.
I don't think you did the pink or the cyan.
That's because I'm smart.
Those might have been appear in the future guys, and maybe you were supposed to know they were going to appear in the future.
No, they're supposed to be here.
Never mind.
I've got the 3 that are left. We will start with my assassins, and we'll do the pink assassins up top. And what they are going to do is, I got some malice to spend. I'll use some malice. I'm going to spend 3 malice on a shadow chain, as one of them is going to attempt to wrap up Ekar. You are too much trouble with the control. So that is a 2d10 roll. And that is a tier 1. Ekar, you take 2 corruption damage.
Oh,
And if your agility is less than 0, you are restrained. Is your
Oh.
agility less than
I
0?
don't think so. My agility is 1.
Okay, so you easily jump out of the way. You get hit by these shadow wisps and not much else.
I take 2.
But the other one moves in on you, since only one of them was doing the shadow chain. The other one will attempt a sword stab. And that is going to be for a tier 2 for 6 damage as he stabs you.
So I took 2 and then
Okay.
6, so I took 8.
Yes.
Okay.
From there, we'll go to my other assassins, and they're going to do the same tactic. One is going to run up on Sulfus, while the other one attempts to shadow chain you.
I am winded.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
So that's 3 more malice on the shadow chain on Sulfus. That is once more a tier 1 result for 2 damage. And Sulfus, if your agility is less than 0, you are restrained.
My agility is 0.
Which is not
Hey,
less. So you
it's not
barely
less.
get out of the chains. As you are barely getting out of the chains, you are preventing the assassins that are running up to stab you from doing more damage, since they don't have you pinned down. So the one that is there just to stab you is also going to get a tier 1 for 4 more damage. So you are just barely staying out of these chains. You're getting nicked by this sword as it comes by you. It hits your shoulder but doesn't dig in. It's rough. Okay. So the cyan group has gone. The pinks have gone. That is the end of the round. We go up to round 2. I gain back 2 malice, and any of you can go. You guys, in 1 round, have cleared out most of them. But can you figure out how to clear them out before many more of them get attacks in?
One of you 2 can go. I have an idea to no hesitation, but I want to see I want to see if either of you have something to do.
I don't have the resources I need to do what I want to do.
Well,
but
you're gonna roll. You're
I'm gonna
sitting on 3,
roll.
aren't you?
I'm sitting on 3. Yes. So it's possible.
Yeah.
And you can always go negative. You said earlier
I
that you
go
wanted to go
negative.
negative.
Strain. Yeah, you can just strain. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
100%.
I wanna go. Let me go.
Oh, I'm sitting on
Ekar, it's your go.
I am going to use my disengage.
Really?
To go this way.
Okay.
This way.
So you can take a corner. You can go diagonal.
Oh, well, I'll go this way.
So you could go like this.
Yeah.
I'll get up on the ridge.
So you get away from them. None of them able to attack you.
move away wisely, and then now I can see Sulfus very well. I need to make my roll real quick. Roll 1d3 to get 2, which is how much I needed. I spend 5, put me at 0 to use flashback on my friend Sulfus here, so that they can use their ability conflagration again.
Oh boy.
To for free.
Where do you want to put this, bud?
1, 2. Let's see. 1, 2. I could probably get both green guys here. Yeah, I probably don't want to hit the cart or my buddy, do I?
Nah.
Let's go
So,
pink.
conflagration is each enemy. It does not affect objects.
Really? Yes, you are correct.
But
Okay,
also,
cool.
You only need to kill one of each color, technically.
Yeah, that's true. Let me get the green and the pink. And I'll keep it off the cart. That way our friends don't step out of the cart and get nasty on it, too. So just, yeah, let's do it just like that. And I rolled a 14. Which is 8 fire damage.
Oh, yeah, you did get a GM power up. Oh, shit.
Is this just more malice for me, or is this a bigger thing?
More malice. I mean, it could be a bigger thing if you want it to be.
Nah, I'll take the malice.
Malice. is
5
pretty
malice. 5 malice is one of those numbers that is like some things cost 5, so I will take the
Yeah.
malice.
good.
I think it's like 5, 7, 10, something like that.
Thanks, D-Ski. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks for
It's
watching.
going to be 8 damage for those two.
Cool,
Well, damn.
cool. So that kills neither of them, but
That's okay.
damages both of them. Cool, cool.
And
Did you got to search for killing something in that last blast when you surge killed somebody? So you could add 2 more. That might be enough. I don't know.
And I'm just getting so many surges left and right because I get a surge whenever I get hit every turn too. So like I get a surge for getting hit and I get a surge when something dies from elemental damage. So I'm not kidding you guys. My surges go out of control fast on this build.
yeah, man, use them.
Okay.
Use them on this one. Take them 10 instead of 8.
So you do have to spend a surge against an enemy, so it's not the entire effect. You put a surge at the green warrior or the pink assassin.
That's fair.
Let's do surge at Green Warrior, then 2 more damage for him.
Cool, cool.
Surge at Green
Noted.
Warrior.
Anything else, Sulfus?
That's
That's not even. It's not even that.
it's not my
our
turn.
It's my
It's not my
turn.
turn.
No,
I
I'm
still haven't
done.
taken-
I use my movement. Oh, I have a maneuver. The teal warrior in front of Sulfus. I want to move into the fire with accelerate. And also I believe that provokes an opportunity attack.
Forced movement does not provoke.
Just like a D&D.
Thankfully.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case,
Okay, he
burn
takes
anyways.
5 damage as you throw him into burn.
I like putting people in fire. It's fun. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah,
Thank
that's a fun one.
Okay, do I get a
Hes-
turn?
Hesitation's a weakness.
Okay, who can you
they-
take out?
I, in the cover of trees, I quickly sneak over to Ekar and I heal you.
Ooh, using actions to heal. I mean, we do have 4 hero tokens, and we're almost at the end. Would you prefer to just spend hero tokens and get to take your action? And
No,
kill
I'm
stuff?
good. This is those hero tokens can be used for
Just use the hero
for, oh god
tokens.
moments. Yeah.
No. Corbinian for sure had a build in mind. It was going to be the invisible healer, and it's working out great.
That's fair.
Okay.
So I'll let you use your recovery to heal, and then maneuver. I'm going to Black Ice Teleport again.
Can he recover if he doesn't have any recoveries?
Nope.
No, you.
Oh,
You're
me?
Ekar.
Oh, I get to use.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to use one. Yeah, I'm hurt. I forgot I'm hurt. Boom! Back to 16, baby.
And then poof. I disappear.
Yeah, sir. We both have ridiculous sounding fantasy names, and so every time you say one, I'm just like, oh, that must be Gary.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your stealth, and then we'll continue on. Yeah, you're hidden.
Thank you. I have another surge.
Wonderful.
Jeez.
And is it my turn?
I can't do that again, sadly. No. Oh, I lost one. I almost cheated you there. There you go. I have the right thing now.
You're
Now
fine.
you can go. I guess I'll let you.
Okay. I'm going to take both of my green warriors that are almost dead and use them both before one or both of them die. They're going to move in on Sulfus and Ekar, and they both have a 2 malice ability called Bury the Point. So I'm going to spend 4 malice to do it on both of you. And so this will just be 1 roll since they're both using the ability. And let's see. That is a 12. And so that is going to be a tier 2. As they rush in and they stab you with their spears, they try to bury them deep and then break them off in you. This is going to do 6 damage, and if your might is less than 1, you gain the bleeding condition.
Oh, my might's -1, baby.
You are bleeding, Ekar. Save ends.
And it took 6.
Really bad.
And 6 damage. Sulfus, is your might less than 1?
No, my might is a 2.
Okay, so you are not bleeding, so you only take the 6 damage.
Perfect.
Ekar,
That's 0 on the dot.
Ekar, as a reminder, anytime you use any trigger, any big special power, a might or agility test, you're going to take a d6 plus 1 damage just for doing those things.
Because I'm bleeding.
Because you're bleeding. But that's the end of their activation.
Sulfus gets to swing now that he's at 0, yeah?
Sulfus gets to swing because he's at 0,
That's true.
which is
Thank you.
He's at 1 hit point.
Oh,
so
no.
you did not crit, which means you are going to cause both greens to either die or one die, the other flee. What do you do to take both greens out of this combat?
It's just a little 5 damage, so let's just kill one, and yeah, the other one gets terrified and runs. That's kind of been the theme for this combat, so let's keep it up.
Cool. And generally in Draw Steel, whenever there's a condition where the enemies run away, it's thought that they run away to rethink their life choices, or you can just decide to have killed them. It's your choice, but there's no sadness for letting things run away.
Yeah,
So,
I'll let them all run away so they can reform their army and attack us later.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Sulfus, you are the last to go, I believe.
Oh, thank sweet baby Jesus. I am going to keep up my conflagration. I'm going to persist it. That's what I'm going to do. That's the word.
Okay, so you gain no essence because it costs 2 to persist.
That's exactly right. I'm going to... Where it's at, I think, is a great spot. Can I hit both those guys? No. There is no hitting 2 people, is
You can
there?
hit both.
There is no hitting 2 people, but this is only your maneuver. You still have your main action afterwards.
That's right. So let me use the maneuver to blow up that guy. He's just in a good spot. Let's just blow him up. He's already there. I didn't roll great, but that's okay. It's going to be 6 fire damage to him.
Okay. And do you have any surges to spend?
I do, and I will. That brings me down to 1.
Okay, and because you spend the surge, he is going to die, and the other assassin will flee. What is this
Perfect.
like, man?
My conflagration in my head is just a whirling cloud of fire. And so the whole time there's just sort of these fire arcs of lightning going on, and then when they arc and then the cloud moves and it rains molten fire. So there's just this flaming storm cloud going around, just burninating the countryside right now, doing the Lord's work, doing real good stuff. So that's what I'm seeing, more flaming fire clouds. And in the swirling fire of it all, as this guy is just swept away into cinder and ash, I will turn and do a twinned double fire attack at the teal guys.
Yes.
The bifurcated incineration. And come on, let's see how this goes. Oh my goodness. Maybe one of the lowest possible rolls. 4 fire damage for those fellas. And I have 1 surge, and I will use it. No, I already used 1 this turn, right? Is that okay? Used to?
You should be able to use another.
If you have
Cool.
it, you can spend it.
Then I will use it on the guy who's in the fire line already. The guy who's already taken more damage.
Okay, so we'll hit 4 on one and 6 on the other.
Ow.
Okay, he's
And that's
still up,
everything.
man.
I think I'm out.
That's-
Let's go 1. I'll move 1 and 2. I'll just take a little
Now,
bit of cover.
One problem, I hate to point this out, but this is why I was saving the hero tokens. You're at 0, so you're probably bleeding, and you're probably going to need to spend hero tokens to not continue bleeding.
No, that's fine. So yeah, you are bleeding. You have done your attack. You are going to take
Oh yeah, he might not.
3
Yeah.
points of damage. And so 3 points of damage is not 9. So you're at -3, but you're fine.
Feeling fine.
Feeling
Bleeding,
good.
dying a little bit.
Well, you're feeling fine until the assassins come for the kill on you, and I will
Uh-oh.
try to kill you. So the first one will come up, and actually, I don't have enough malice to do the shadow chains. I don't.
Aha.
So they're just both gonna run up to you. They're going to flank you, and they're going to be doing their sword stab.
This is the same
So
round,
that-
right?
Yes, this is the very end of the round. Their sword stab is going to be doing a total of 10 damage. Now, this is the moment where you have blown everything else up. You are absolutely annihilating everything. And then one of them comes jumping over the wagon. The other comes out of the flame, boils across the body. They surround you and they begin to stab and to stab. At -13, you would normally die. However, we can go ahead and spend 2 hero tokens and have you heal 6.
Oh my god.
So
That's why I
instead of
say hero
being at
tokens.
-13,
that was a good.
you're at -7. So if you do anything, if you trigger, if you do a main action, if you do anything, the bleed will kill you. We have 2 more hero tokens, but that's how much at the edge of life you are. If you take an action, you're gonna die. However, that's the end of the round. We go to the start of the round. I get 3 malice, and any of you can go.
I can do a hesitation, so someone
Yeah,
else should
I'll go so that you can go right after me. Enemies in the area. Yep, I'm going to. Well, I only need to kill one of them. Which one's hurt? Which one was burnt?
The one on the right, and go ahead and roll your D3 for clarity.
I'm gonna
I
roll
don't
my
think it's gonna
D3.
matter, but roll your D3.
Got 1.
1.
So that gives me 1. Okay.
Okay.
I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the one that just stabbed Sulfus on the right, the one that stabbed him in the back, and I'm gonna invade their mind with Mind Spike.
Yeah.
Slash.
What can I do? Explain for the AOV.
Is it always +2? 2d10?
For you
Sure.
guys, pretty much everything is. So all your core abilities are going to be with your core stat, and a level 1 character always has a +2 in their core stat.
I inflict 6 damage as I mush his brain with my psychic might.
And knowing that the other one is either going to flee or you'll be able to finish them off, how do you want to finish this combat?
I'm gonna look at that one because he just stabbed my companion. Blow up his head, blood geyser, and then I'm gonna look at the other one and do the same thing. I'm just gonna pop, pop.
Okay, pop, pop. So he's not running; he dies.
That one, they almost killed him, so they both die.
Yeah. So as the pop pop happens, and there's just the mixture of pink gray gore with the green pink gore of Sulfus. The bodies hit the ground. There's panic from Feok. You managed to beat down the fire in front of the wagon to allow it to continue on. As you break through the end of Buck's Ridge Run, you are going to see the farm fields up ahead. You are going to see the quaint village of Broadhurst 3 or 4 miles onwards, but it's all downhill from here. In time, you will be honored as heroes, local heroes, getting a title, kind of like a feat for your success. But for now, I open it up to the lot of you. Between the pain and the feast, what happens? How would you like to end this story?
I think. Well, this is my first time killing stuff. I don't like it that much, and it's a lot messier than I thought it was going to be. So I will reflect on that, decide that it's probably still necessary for me to hone my battle skills. I just don't like it. I'm going to. I want to make sure that this village is safe now that we're here, because I realize how dangerous the outside world is, and so maybe at some point we need to go hunt for the rest of the goblins in the hills.
That's a
Well,
great idea.
that is a great idea, as goblins will be causing more trouble in this area. Continued on in the Delian Tomb.
Excellent.
As we approach the city, Sulfus looks out at the farmlands, remembering the life he had before, and how during that life he didn't have to spend all of his health points every single day. He didn't have to spend 8 recoveries every single day when he was a farmer. But that's okay, because spending 8 recoveries is fine, and he'll do it again. And so, he looks at the farms longingly for a life that he could have had and then remembers it's a life he didn't want. There was a reason why he left in the first place. And if it means he's going to be all scarred up and all burned up and all covered in chaos, that's fine. Plus, them damn elves have something out there in them hills.
And
Fantastic.
Banishing Sapphire, she'll enjoy the celebrations among these people who seem to be happy, which is something she's not used to. She's not used to a village celebrating her presence. She does let the disguise go over the days, telling stories about the journey and stuff like that, bragging up the orc and how, wow, that orc just took all the damage in the world and kept moving. I heard the legends, I just didn't think it was true, and then you see it, but then one day she tells people in a quiet time, she says, I am a hunted woman. I can't stay with you as myself. But if you ever need help again, I'll leave a sapphire with them. Leave that in front of the inn, and I'll come. And then she'll change her disguise into something completely different, and she blends in as some random traveler until she's needed again. Or she also finds a way to get out of this town and escape whatever bounty hunter probably heard about. That lady in the blue that's really shadowy does black ash stuff. It's like, someone's going to clue in on this.
The amount of times you put on a new, makeup, a new face, but you never change your clothes.
That's how you know I'm Sapphire.
Well, that is going to be the road to Broadhurst. Those are the 4 encounters to teach you through how combats, negotiations, montages, and then going into a combat with all your victories feels. And as I said in joke, this story does continue on into the adventure of the Delian Tomb, which you can find online. There's a bunch of people doing streams of it. I have a recording stream right now, 6 sessions in, recording session 7 tomorrow. If you're interested to see what the Delian Tomb is like, that is on the Codex, the VTT that is currently in beta, where it automates a lot of the stuff. So like all of the get clarity at the start of your turn, don't forget to roll. It auto does all that for you. Mm-hmm. So it's very much helps you play the game, but also makes it a little bit harder to learn because you're not forced to learn the game. But yeah, that has been this adventure, and that's where the adventure goes in the future if you're interested in pursuing it. Thank you all for playing and having me.
Thanks for doing this. It's always great having you on. I would have you on constantly if you were available, but it's we're glad to have you when we have you. It's always a blast. This has been Draw Steel from MCDM, directed by Milestone Play. I am the board game guru, game master extraordinaire, and telepath Johannanon.
I'm Casualty CDG. I had a lot of fun. It was great to see Joshua again. Corbinian, it's always a pleasure. Love playing with you. Jahan, great to play with you on this side of the table. It's always a joy. That game was fun. It reminded me a lot of 4th edition. When I was first looking at it, I looked at the back. The spells kind of looked like 4th edition power cards. It did kind of play like 4th edition, except you got to use your encounter powers more often because they were on a slow regen. So there was a lot of cool kind of familiar stuff there. Thank you, Joshua, for running it for us. And even though it wasn't your game, you did a great job. It makes me more hungry to play your games. I know you've got more coming out in the future, and I can't wait to hear more about it, to play more about it, to see more about it. you're a professional game master, and it shows, man. You have a natural rhythm, a natural flow, and you're a great storyteller. So thank you for your time, and you are always welcome here. To all of our fans, go follow Milestone Play everywhere you can find it. Go follow Joshua Sullivan everywhere you can find him. Thank you, and I'm going to pass the mic.
And I've been AD Springer, also known as Corbinian. I stream TTRPGs and variety games, mostly TTRPGs, over on my Twitch channel under your Corbinian. You can find me also under the blue sky thing below to find out when I'm streaming or when I'm talking something neat. Other stuff, I don't run Draw Steel. Someday someone might twist my arm to get me to run it. I play in it, but I don't run it. My current run rack now is Dreams and Machines, 2D20 Modifius game on Saturdays. Fabio Ultima, I'm in my new series that started on Mondays, and I still do Star Trek Adventures on Tuesdays. So yeah, check me out when you can, as you can. Schedules in my Twitch, and in all, good game. And this was a very positive experience for Draw Steel. Draw Steel, slight editorial. Draw Steel is a tactical game that I usually shriek at. D&D 4th Ed was one of my games I wasn't a huge fan of. I skipped it mostly, but Draw Steel does a pretty good job of saving that sort of game. And I think another half of it is how you ran it. I think this game can be run very strict, or can be run rather not loose. You didn't ignore the rules by any means, but it was it felt a lot more relaxed, and that was enjoyable.
Well, thank you. Yes, this is not my main game. Most of my professional games are Dungeons and Dragons, Call of Cthulhu. I'm working on other games. Herald's Decree is the main one I'm currently working on. There are test plays available. I would love to run it with you guys to see what you think. There are all of the rules for that slowly being put up on my Patreon. I have an Instagram, I have a Discord, I have a YouTube where we're going to take some of this and re-edit it, some of it, and throw it over there as well. But yeah, just thank you guys so much.
Absolutely, such a pleasure. I always forget to plug stuff I'm doing because I'm never doing stuff. But there is a Kickstarter. There's a backer kit campaign going on right now.
Oh yeah,
for Cthulhu Dreamt. Check it out. I am one of the writing contributors for the Encounters book. It's the first time I'm being published. So hey, yeah, I did a thing. So check that out on backer kit. Thanks again, Joshua. It's always a joy having you. Thanks, Corbinian, as always, for being our constant companion here on Fresh Out the Box. And I guess thanks, Gary, for being my friend. But hey, everybody, have a good night. Take care. Thank you so much. Stay fresh.